What's going on, everybody? Anthony here, Six Scale Mafia, tuning into episode 3 or 4, I forget, of our unnamed show.
Whatever this is.
Whatever the show's name is, we'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out. But
we should
pretty
just keep
fun,
rolling
man.
with that, dude.
What, just call it the unnamed show?
No, but just every episode, just whatever the show is called. We'll figure it out. Like by the 100th episode.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Like
That's
7
the name
years
of
will
the
go
show
by.
now.
And we'll be like,
I
yeah,
know, right?
whatever this is
Figure it out.
called.
That's the name of the show.
Someday.
Right? Figuring it out.
Hell yeah, man. Anyway, we got a full house tonight, man. Lael is also going to be coming here shortly. So, yeah, man. We'll say what's up to everybody, man. Mario, what's up?
What up?
What up?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Just got home from work, man. It's had a lovely weekend with the buddies out at Disneyland, dude, and it was great, man. And after that, late night shenanigans elsewhere out of the country. But I'm back home safe and sound, and just happy to be here with y'all tonight.
Hey, man, it's good that you're back safe and sound, man.
Back safe and sound, dude.
And in one piece.
Right.
Well, shit. After what I just heard about, they found a couple of Americans decapitated at the border. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still going back.
Yeah. Yeah. No, not cool, man. I know.
Yeah,
Well, shit, man. He just blew the steam out of the fucking room. No,
Anyway.
Miguel, man, Toy Quest 101, man, my dude. What's good, man? Thanks for coming
What's
again.
up, man? I'm excited to be here, see some new faces, and talk about X-Men and Wolverine and, all that good stuff, man. But what's
All
up,
the good stuff, man. Look, man, little known fact, that's adamantium bone right there, man,
Wow,
coated.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, not really, but I want it to be. That's why I tattooed it. So, but anyway. Hell yeah, man. No, dude, that's badass, dude. Of course, X-Men's the shit, guys. We got Sean back, though, too, man. Toku Collector, my dude.
Hey, how's
What's
it
up?
going, guys? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Just been busy with all my other stuff and all that. So good to be back. Hopefully, I can be on a little bit more and be a little bit more active. Just kind of trying to get back in there. Just been really crazy around here lately.
Dude, it's all good, bro. And Tuesdays are good for you, so that's you know what I mean? It's great. It is great.
Yeah, your Saturdays are rough, man. I can't make it in at that time.
Yeah, a lot of people can't. So, it is what it is. But no, it's good to have you here, man. It's good to have you here. And of course, Harry, cinematographer.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah.
The man with the doomsday clock and the light up voice activated lights.
Yep. I'm chilling. I got my blanket, my lights reacting to my voice, so everything's good. I'm chilling.
Hell yeah, dude. And last but certainly not least, we got Leo, 160 man. What's up, brother?
What's going on with you, brother?
We just starting up, man. Just
That was
starting up.
perfect timing.
Just
Perfect.
on time.
What's
Perfect
going on,
timing.
man?
Yeah.
Yo, good. Everybody good. What's going on, Mario? What's going on, Harry?
Hey,
What's
what's
good,
going
man?
on, everybody?
What's happening?
How y'all doing, man? I see
We
some
doing?
X-Men shirts. I see some X-Men shirts. If I didn't get the memo.
I didn't
Well, look
either,
at the
apparently.
thumbnail, bro.
I
You got
didn't
X
either.
everywhere.
I know. We were even talking about it backstage. I was like, shit, I should go change my shirt.
Like,
And
he
yet here we
doesn't-
are.
Just do it now. Change your shirt on camera. You'll get some
We'll do it another day.
I'm going to find some masking tape and just put a giant X right here on my chest, bro, so I can like,
You
blend in with
could.
all of y'all.
You
Yeah.
could, man. You absolutely could, my man.
You know what? Hold on.
Oh, shit.
Is he
What's
doing
he
it?
gonna do?
He's gonna do
What's
it.
he going to
He's
do?
gonna do
All
it.
right. Mario, my dude,
Hey.
say hello to the lovely ladies and gentlemen in the chat this evening, and I'll be right back.
I would love to. I've got no control of the chat, so I'm just going to shout
You can
out.
read, right?
Of course I can read, fool.
Ooh.
It's kind of late, but collectors entities in the house. What's going on, man? What else we got here? Sean Beam, where are you? S Beam's here.
Ooh,
What's
there
up,
he goes.
bro? My dude, Cash the Gemini, and Lael's over here flexing again with the Wolverine and the Cyclops. We see you, man. What's up, Dennis? Puerto Rico statue collectors in the house. Miguel doing double duty in the chat, and also on the lovely panel. Look at this guy. My dude, Ren Salentino's in the house. OG fan when Star Wars was just Star Wars is here. What's up, bro? Funky Cold Santa's in the house. What up, man? Dude, I actually got to see him like in real life. Not in real life, but I mean, it was cool. It was cool to talk to him over the weekend, man. Collectors Entities in the house. Fat Batman's in the house. What's up, bro? Charles Unicorn's here. We got DK's in the house. Haas Hometown Hero. The generous Haas Hometown Hero, I might say. He's over here giving away channel memberships out in multiple chats, man. So that's pretty cool of them. Ash Chase is in the house. What's going on, brother? Shout out to the Mafia Protocol droid. We see you. Amir's in the house. What's up, man? What's up, Amir? AJ Agrusa's up in here. My dude. What's up?
Yeah.
Two Ferns is here. We got fourth, Mr. Meister E. I can't. The whole name's not coming up. Chase is in the house. Jason, what's up, my brother? Phone call Santa Ren Salentino DK's here. Yeah, X-Men love tonight. Yeah, no doubt, right?
Yes.
And yeah, bro, I think that Blur Dad Lives in the house. Big Red
Hell
is
yeah.
here. Primetime Reviews. FBJ's in the house. Larry Walker. Smoke him if you got him. What's up, y'all? Thanks for coming through. It's great to see everybody tonight. Let's have a good show.
It is, man. Lael, your
Lael
camera's
was so
goofing
stuck
up,
in
man.
the-
Going into the Matrix.
Man, he's like out of breath. Look at that, man. Woo.
You got it, though. and now I'm more appropriately.
Ah.
Oh,
yeah.
There we go.
That's what we need. That's what we need right there. Oh,
What
yeah.
you got? I didn't even see it. What is it?
Oh, you didn't even see it?
No.
Stand up and do a full screen yourself, man.
He's too dark in that room.
Okay.
There he goes.
Nice.
Yep, he's excellent.
Everything.
Yeah,
we're
it's good
talking
shit,
about.
man. X-Men for life, dude. X-Men for life. God, I hope Marvel doesn't. Anyway, we'll see what happens with the MCU down the road. But yes, everybody do thank you guys tuning in tonight. Mario's going to shave his beard probably for between now and May. Just FYI.
I don't think so,
Because
homie.
that N1.
No. If I'm shaving my beard, dude,
Look at
you know,
that.
the cars for a couple months.
We'll see. Ooh, couple sideshow pieces right there, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care. Like these, they killed it with these, bro.
Oh, no, they did. That's
They
not
really
an
did.
insult.
Are the bodies?
How the bodies?
How are the bodies? Yeah.
You know what, bro? They've thus far they haven't done anything wrong for me, yet. And it's I guess because I had a lower expectation when it came to it. You know what I mean? So, you know, for what it is, you know, you can say what you will about the body. At least they got the costumes right.
Yeah, at least they got the
Plain and
costumes
simple.
right. Yeah.
Plain and
Yeah.
simple. So I take that all day, bro. Yeah,
I mean,
take
heck,
that
you could
all
just
day.
get the figures just for the costumes. Just like,
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, yeah.
For the
That's it.
costumes,
Yeah, they're
and
badass.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
Eh.
They are freaking sweet, dude. So, guys, yeah, everybody in the chat, dude. This is a pleasure, as always. We're going to be talking about some different stuff tonight. Some X-Men, some
I think it's
other
mostly X-Men.
news. Mostly X-Men,
Yeah.
but some other news as well. Bob Dylan was good, man. The comic style costumes are fire. They are, dude.
Yeah,
They
are,
absolutely are.
They
They
are.
absolutely are.
That's why I get angry at the Fox ones, because at the end of what was it, First Class?
At the end of one of those, they showed some outfits and then they didn't do anything with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do remember that.
Apocalypse, I think it was in the Apocalypse.
No, it was the end.
Apocalypse.
It was the end of First Class, because it was like Mystique was becoming the leader of the class for some weird reason. I don't know who came up with that idea. And then
I think it was
Apocalypse came out,
Apocalypse,
and they just
yeah.
wiped every. Yeah, they just went right back to like everyone wearing the same color and style.
No, I remember at the end of Apocalypse, I think that's when she had all the new kids, like the younger kids.
Yeah, I think
wear the new
you're right.
costumes.
Yeah, at the end that. Yeah.
Oh
I think
yeah, it
might
was
have been.
Apocalypse. It was
Yeah,
Apocalypse,
yeah.
because First Class it ended with Weapon X, but not with them.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, man, Miguel in the chat. Who is your favorite X-Men? Yeah, dude, let us know, man, in the chat, dude. I told, dude, that's
You really gonna ask that question? Like, everyone's top answer.
Yeah. I
No,
think
it's
so.
not Wolverine.
It's gotta be.
No, it doesn't.
Nah.
Gotta be. See, you're,
Wolverine's
you're
Nah.
We gotta exclude Wolverine.
okay.
That's
All right.
not
Well,
good.
all right.
Nah.
So,
It's gotta be
Take
one of
him
those
off
two.
the list.
is this a
Nah.
panel discussion? All right, fuck it, Miguel. Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite
Wolverine,
X-Men?
bro. It's Wolverine. My son's
Nah,
name
it's,
is
we're
Logan.
cutting him off the list. Cut him off the list,
Okay.
bro.
No, you can't cut him off the list.
Nah.
Well, yeah. That's like everyone's gonna say Wolverine, bro.
No, they're not.
Nah,
Somebody
nah,
said
no,
Gambit.
they're not.
Somebody
Not
said
at all.
Gambit.
Not
Yeah.
at all.
Not
Not
at
at
all.
all.
All right,
Not at all.
okay.
For me,
Not
listen.
at
For me, it's
all.
Wolverine. My son's name is Logan. You know what I mean? I'm a big Wolverine fan. So,
Yeah.
but like, look, you already see it in the chat. You got Cable, you got Gambit, you got Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you my top five. If I
Nightcrawler's
made an
dope.
Yeah.
X-Men team, I can tell you who it would be. But
Yeah.
Wolverine's
Nah.
right. And
All right, top five.
top five,
shit.
you got one Wolverine. You have got to throw Beast in there. Archangel. You got to throw Colossus in there, and Iceman.
Nice.
Bobby Drake.
Okay.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
And we're not
Um,
talking villains, right? Are we just talking super? Like,
No, I'm just talking X-Men.
All right, those are my 5.
Okay.
Are we talking?
That-
Are we talking X-Men core team, or are we talking about just
You can go blue team, gold team, original, giant size, uncanny,
in the universe itself? Can we go
X-Force.
X-Force? We can, so we can
Yep.
go X-Force. We can go X-Factor. We can go all that.
You can go Excalibur.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Let's go.
Excalibur.
Let's go.
All right, what's
sure.
your pick, Leo?
What you got?
Let's go. Who, me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
top 5. Let's hear it.
Okay, number 5, Monet St. Clair. You already know what it is.
I
M.
don't.
I had to go with that all day. Armor. I love Armor. Definitely. Archangel, of course. Bishop. I love Bishop, bro. I've been a Bishop fan all day. And last but not least, bro, I mean, if we're moving things off the table, I have to put like my second favorite of all time, and that's Nightcrawler, bro. Plain and
Yeah,
simple.
man.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
All day. All day. And
Damn.
honorable mention, Chamber. I go for the underdogs, bro.
Oh, you're going
Okay.
all under.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
a
I'm
lot
going
of
for the
them.
underdogs, bro. I'm going for
Okay.
Chamber, bro.
All
Definitely.
right. Okay, those are good ones. Those are good ones, dude.
Mhm.
This is gonna be interesting for Mario and Harry. So, Mario, let's go Mario with because I know you're not as
All right.
yeah. What are yours? And they could
Okay.
be from the movies, dude. Doesn't matter. They're X-Men. I mean, whatever.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go all around, dude. I'm going Cable, Storm, Rogue, Wolverine, Deadpool.
Okay.
I'm throwing
Those all
in.
work.
Deadpool
can
works,
work.
right? Deadpool works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could throw Deadpool in there.
Oh, damn. I forgot. All right. Hold up.
No.
I
Don't
forgot.
take backsies, bro. Come on, you already dropped your 5.
All right. Because I did
Honorable
forget
mention.
Storm. My
I'll
bad.
give you an honorable mention, bro. Go
Storm,
for it.
man. Storm all day. I already was Storm,
Yeah.
Storm, bro. Like Storm all day, man. Storm.
Ah,
Definitely
yes,
Storm. I
but-
got
but
the statue up there, bro.
The Claremont Road, the Mohawk, or the modern more
Oh,
version.
I mean,
Claremont,
the
bro.
Claremont with the Mohawk was decent, but I'm talking about like the essence of her when she actually came into Omega level. Claremont, she wasn't Omega level yet. You know what I mean?
Right. Not quite.
So
Yeah.
again, it took it not quite yet. You know what I mean? Not quite to where she is right now. So Claremont, even though the Claremont run is legendary, especially with that version of her. But yeah, I'd have to take Omega level right now, bro. Straight up.
Yeah, but somebody gets booted though if you're putting in Storm. So who's got to go?
If
It's
somebody
top
gets
5,
booted,
not top 6.
okay, if somebody actually has to get booted, then I say Monet St. Clair gets booted.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, because I love M. Don't get me wrong, bro. And even it's between we can talk about M or we could talk about Penis, but I love when she's M. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So definitely, she would have to go though. She would have to go. Storm would have to replace that because she's just legendary all day. I got the statue up there, so you already know.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You do. That's right. That is right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then Mario, you may continue, or was that it? You said
I think
said
that's it.
Rogue, Wolverine, Deadpool,
Rogue, Wolverine, Deadpool, Storm, and Cable.
Storm, and Cable. Okay,
Storm and Cable.
okay.
Yeah.
Jubilee was my favorite from the '90s show. I liked
Yeah.
Jubilee.
done
She was
dirty
kind of
in
like
movies.
You know what?
she was
Hang on.
kind
Hang
of
on.
Dazzler-ish.
Let me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna omit Cable, dude. I gotta go Nightcrawler. I don't know why. I left him out.
Told you
You kick it
Nightcrawler,
out.
bro.
Nightcrawler.
how you gonna tell him
Yeah.
no
That was
backsies and then
crazy,
you do
bro.
the same thing?
Huh?
What was
How you,
that?
gonna, how you gonna say no backsies and then do the same thing?
We
Do
just
as I
get
say,
little
not
pass,
as I
dude.
do
So you
is
know what? I'm
Mario's motto.
calling it.
You got it's hard. It's hard. It's hard not to.
Yeah, I don't know
you
why
what
they
I
think
mean?
Nightcrawler over Cable, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I love Magneto, but to this day, he's not an X-Men in my head.
Hold on. We're gonna
Oh.
do villains after this. We doing
I was
villains.
just
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
say,
okay.
Are
Cool.
we?
We do villains?
Yeah,
Sure, what the
yeah.
hell? We're talking
Okay.
X-Men right now.
Let's finish.
Um,
let's
You guys are
finish
gonna
the
laugh
final.
at me.
Oh, that's fine. That's okay. Harry.
So we can't include the villains then in this list.
Not this
Not
one.
in
This
there.
is just top
Okay.
5 X-Men.
We could do villains next. All right.
Yeah, we'll do
Yeah,
villains
okay.
next. Fuck it.
I think my answers are going to be pretty generic because I'm more, accustomed to the movies.
That's fine.
So yeah,
That's okay.
Wolverine. I gotta say Quicksilver, even Scarlet Witch. I feel like she is an X-Men, right?
Technically, dude, yeah, I'm gonna give you that
Right?
one.
Yeah.
So,
And
so
I don't
Scarlet Witch
go
is-
with the MCU stuff.
Yeah,
because
the-
Quicksilver and Magneto are the children.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch are the children of
I just thought,
Magneto.
like in terms of like story wise, like House of M, right? The super
Mhm.
popular storylines, and she was, clearly the main focus in that. So I'm gonna throw her in there. So Wolverine, Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, Nightcrawler. I don't know who I want to go for the last. I'm gonna say Jean Grey because she's freaking OP as hell.
Mhm.
So
Super. Okay, so
Well, like Jean Grey or
I know I was about to
Phoenix
say
Jean
it,
Grey?
Sean. I was like, okay, so
Phoenix.
do you
Two
have
versions.
Jean Grey? Do you have
Yeah.
Madeline Pryor? Do you have Phoenix? Do you have
Mhm.
Dark Phoenix?
yeah, I guess
you know,
just Phoenix, I guess. Yeah.
I know
Okay.
I'm fucking with you. I know you're not.
Phoenix is a little- yeah. Dark Phoenix is a little
No, I got you, dude.
not
No, those
much
are
of
good
an X-Men
choices.
anymore. Yeah.
Those are good choices.
Yeah.
All right, Sean's got this one. Sean's a comic head.
Well, yeah,
Let's hear it.
I am kind of well, not old school, but for us, kind of old school. Taking Wolverine out of the picture. One, I got to go with not the cartoon version because they really made him seem kind of like a
You gonna say
kind of
Banshee?
not he was no. Well, I mean, I do kind of have a soft spot for that guy. But Cyclops, I've always liked him mainly because he's able to just keep that team together for all these years, except for in the cartoon. I did not like the way they portrayed him in the cartoon. Then there's Colossus. I have to give it to Colossus. I've always loved that character ever since the comics and that old school arcade game. Just had to
When they just
rock
made
Colossus.
up a power for him.
He did. It was just have
Yeah.
him scream, and that's all you need to do is have Colossus scream at you, and you just shit your pants and run. And then it's so hard to go. Like Nightcrawler's pretty dope. I think I got to put him up in there. And see, for the other X-Men that tend to always have kind of like a badass feel for me is this Cable. Just the aspect, his storyline, his power set, all the crap that he had to deal with. I have to give it to him. And then for my fifth one, I'm on the fifth one, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think.
Dude. Yeah, I think I'm on the fifth one, but oof, that's kind of hard to say because without having Wolverine in there,
You can add Wolverine.
no,
mean, if
I'm
you-
gonna have to say Wolverine because it's just there's something about him. It's just even though he doesn't have the strongest mutant ability out there,
Mhm.
Wait, who doesn't have the strongest mutant ability out there?
Wolverine.
Wolverine.
What?
Well, he's not an Omega level
Yeah,
character.
you got to You got to remember he's an
I'm pretty
enhanced
sure he
mutant.
stopped Phoenix. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
You got to remember, he's an enhanced mutant. His original mutant ability was just the healing factor and all the
Mhm.
animalistic ability he
Iron
has.
Claws, yes.
This is-
Exactly.
This is coming from
But-
somebody whose first pick was Cyclops. I don't think I trust your judgment right now.
I'm,
But
sorry, no,
Sean's
I'm
like-
not. I'm not.
Sean-
It's best.
I'm not
like,
talking about. Go ahead.
Sean is a
No, I
lawful
was gonna
good
say
character.
if
you
it
were
comes
gonna
to
go D&D.
Wolverine, you have to take out the Jonathan Hickman run. Don't add the Jonathan Hickman run because Jonathan Hickman intentionally sometimes enhances Wolverine. So if we're talking about the Claremont run, everything else, then yes, I mean he's not he's popularity over actual what we know about Wolverine. You know what I mean? He's powerful because people make him that way off of popularity. But in the scheme of things, yeah, I mean, I don't know. But he's popular, so I guess they're going to keep him around. But I mean, if you look at the Hickman run now, yeah, he ain't going nowhere no time soon.
No. But even before all of it, it's just he's kind of has an underdog story. Every time in the stories, he gets the crap beat out of him. There are sometimes he barely makes it out alive, but with his healing ability, but also just his tenacity to do what he needs to do,
He's
that's just
capable.
badass. Exactly.
He's highly
Well, he's
capable.
a scrapper.
One of the best
Yeah.
fighters in the MCU. He's a scrapper. He's been around for ages. Especially if he has the Hansu sword in his hand. Yeah, it's a done deal. But he's basically he's legendary when it comes to that.
Yeah. He's my number one pick for Marvel vs. Capcom.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Berserker Barrage.
Granted,
man.
I'm still gonna hate you. You're still gonna hate me on it, but I always liked comboing. What was it? Cyclops and Cable.
This guy. I do got a question for you later though. After we go through the villains about Cyclops. So we're gonna go back to that one.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna be more on
those
your
are good.
side though. I'm gonna side with you on something.
Well, those are all. That's the problem. There's so many good ones, right?
Yeah.
Nobody said Gambit.
Well,
Yeah.
I haven't gone yet.
Oh shit! My bad.
Yeah, dude. So I have to go with whatever's. Yeah. I can't go from 1 through 5, so they're all gonna be just the top 5, right? Not like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, because it's whatever.
Yeah.
Gambit is definitely on there. Cable's 100% on there. I mean Wolverine, dude. Yeah, but it's so hard, right? Gambit, Cable, Nightcrawler.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying not to pick Wolverine.
Anthony, you just want to look at your arm.
Wolverine, Iceman, yeah. No, Colossus, yeah, Colossus and Iceman. Let's put them in there. That's what we'll do. Yeah, Gambit, Cable, Nightcrawler, Colossus, and Iceman. There's still so many good ones though, man.
Wait, there's a lot
dude,
of good ones,
fucking
bro.
Sunspot.
What do you think?
Eddie.
Remember, I got
Hell
you
yeah.
that book of X-Men history, dude.
Pride.
You could just pull that out and just
Yep,
pick and choose.
you could. I mean, there's just so many good ones, but I love Cable. I've loved Cable since, well, shit, what, New Mutants 87? I think that was just, and then later 98, was Deadpool, but I've loved Cable. And then when they did the 1990, X-Force, love that shit, dude. And I love all those 90s Rob Liefeld, just over-exaggerated people and shitload of pouches and just that style.
Executioner's song will always be the most popular line. That was the most popular book. If it comes to Cable and that story of Cable, I mean, introductory wise for a lot of people who didn't know, and his intro, even before then, but is the impact of that character in Executioner's song is phenomenal, bro. That story is phenomenal, bro. Literally.
All right.
I missed those. Those were some good runs. Somewhat recent, well, kind of recent, right? Was the Messiah Complex. I really like that run.
Yeah.
A lot. When they started doing this whole thing with Cable and then Hope came up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
After the whole House of M and all this stuff, it's so cool that Cable is essentially hiding, bouncing through time, protecting Hope, and that whole Messiah Complex leads into all this stuff, and it was really badass, dude. Cable's sick, but I agree with you too, dude. Bishop, man, is fucking awesome.
Bishop is a pop, bro. Bishop is literally Omega level, like literally Omega level. He's powerful, bro.
Oh, yeah.
He just doesn't get his just due. I mean, lately, Hickman has, well, ever since Hickman left, because he wrote his last book with Inferno. That was his last run on the X-Men line at that point. But Bishop needs to get more, he needs to get his just due, and they did do him right. I mean, because what we got from Days of Future Past, even though I love the movie, what they did to him was terrible, bro.
Yeah,
terrible.
Gotta agree.
I agree.
Yeah.
See, Archangel's badass too. He's another one on my skin. Psylocke, of course.
Psylocke, Rogue.
Yeah, they're all badass.
I even like
dude.
Jamie Madrox, bro, because I like the simple fact that he's just a comedic, but a brawler as well. But if you have multi versions of him, his power is interesting. Havoc, nobody said Havoc, of course. So it just is so many, bro.
Havoc's
so
good,
many.
but I don't like what they did to him in First Class.
No, that was
I don't even judge the movie.
I thought First Class was dope. What was wrong with him? What was wrong with him?
Because he didn't read the comics.
I know I didn't, so I'm just curious.
One, he was older than Scott.
Yeah.
Which made no sense.
It made absolutely no sense, bro. They switched.
I thought that was his.
And then the way he used his power was weird.
Scott's older than Havoc. Always has been. Like literally.
Interesting.
And Cable is Scott and Jean Grey's son.
Yeah.
Well,
what?
Madeline Pryor's son, isn't it though? It's not Jean Grey. Was it
say?
Genetically, yes.
Oh. Who?
Cable. Genetically is
Cable.
Madeline
Abel's,
Pryor's.
he's Madeline Pryor's son. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, the
Because-
Goblin Queen.
Yeah, because Madeline was created by
Mr.
Sinister.
Minister.
And once Sinister actually created, then of course, you know, she got with Scott. Her and Scott had a kid, which is Cable. But then when Jean came back, Scott became a deadbeat, left Madeline Pryor for Jean. Of course, you know, Apocalypse infected, you know, Cable with the techno-organic virus. He was sent in the future by Rachel Summers. And yeah, he became the Ascani's son at that point. You know, was trained by them, the future version, I believe, of Rachel Summers, that is. And watched over at that point. And yeah, like it was.
Damn, y'all dropping knowledge. I know nothing.
Also,
I don't know
he
anything about that.
he got his evil clone out there that you got to
Strife.
deal with.
Yeah, Strife. So yeah,
Yo.
and that's what made Executioner's song so incredible.
Yeah.
That run was phenomenal. Mario, if you want to read a good book,
Yeah, I know of it.
that, bro.
I know of it.
It's
I
a
remember
lot
back
to
in the
You
90s.
follow.
gotta read it, bro.
Yeah.
It's a lot to
time travel
follow,
is a
but it's
mess of things, but it's so
incredible.
Speaking of incredible, what's up, Payne? What's going on, brother?
What's good, man? How you doing, man?
Hey,
Much love,
what's
yo.
going on,
Hell yeah,
bro?
Payne. What is
Hey.
good, dude? Was Hulk ever on the team? No,
No.
but
no.
but he was part of the Fantastic Four.
What about Spidey? Wasn't Spidey ever on the team too? Not
He
really.
tried to.
Spidey's
He was
worked.
around. Yeah, the only
Yeah.
person, the only non X-Men character who was actually with the team for a while was Carol Danvers. She was a pilot at that point. She hadn't had any powers,
Oh.
so she was a pilot because her powers were stripped from her by Rogue.
I hope they do
She
that.
got him back. Well, that,
I know,
that's
right?
a possibility. It's a high
Me
possibility.
too. Agree.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying
Yeah.
I mean,
they should do that.
they
Yeah.
should do it.
Give it to someone
Really
else.
Yeah.
Just
Can
bye
I
bye.
just say, shout out to Payne, man. We were listening. So on our way down to our trip, we were listening to the replay of the show from Saturday, man. And Payne had me cracking up, dude. That whole night, man.
Oh, you guys
What
were
he said-
listening.
what he-
Yeah, when you were
yeah,
driving.
man. Yeah, I'm driving over there. What he said about the rooted hair on the J&D makes sense. Well, what's the skill? Yo, I was freaking dying. I almost crashed my damn car, dude. Shit was funny.
Hell yeah, dude. Everyone on the panel, awesome dudes. Hell yeah, man. Appreciate it, Payne. Those are all good choices, man. Those are dude, that's so good, man.
We get to the villains now. It's gonna be
Right, you
Dude,
Miguel, you were
I don't
talking
even know
about
if I can
villains,
name
man.
top
So
five
oh
villains
dear
at all.
lord.
you can't top. All right, well
I
let's.
can't even name
let's
villains. Right? I mean, maybe
All right,
four,
you ready?
maybe. I know I
all
got
right, well
four.
let's let Miguel go on that one. Let's
I
I
know
want to hear his five.
Miguel, get him.
Oh, I'm gonna start with Magneto. Gotta start with Magneto, right? I'm gonna go with one of my favorite villains, Juggernaut. Gotta have Juggernaut in there. Love the Juggernaut. I'm gonna go with Sabretooth, just because Wolverine Sabretooth thing, right? I'm gonna go with Omega Red, like Omega Red. And then my fifth choice is between three. It's either between Sauron, Apocalypse, or Dark Phoenix. It might be Phoenix though.
Does Dark Phoenix count?
Huh?
Does Dark Phoenix really count?
Yeah, she counts.
All right.
As
okay,
a villain,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But those
Okay.
will be my five. Those will be my five villains.
I like a lot. Those are good. Damn, they're almost what I was gonna pick. They're almost what I was gonna pick.
Right?
I'll bounce it around. What do you think, Mario? Again, I know you and Harry are more
Flop.
movies, but
I'll just say what I know. I mean, obviously.
Go ahead, bro. Do your thing.
That guy, ¿cómo se llama? Magneto. Why did I blank on Magneto? Magneto, Juggernaut. I know of Omega Red. Freaking, who else was there? Mystique. Does Mystique count?
Yeah.
yeah,
Should count.
technically,
Yeah, technically. Yeah. Oh, okay. Flop.
she's Nightcrawler's mother. FYI.
Yeah.
Is she, dude? I didn't know that. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
she is.
Zay-
Rogue.
Zay-
Rogue's adopted mother.
Yeah, Rogue's
Yeah.
Yep.
Huh. All right, then I'm gonna go with Dark Phoenix too, because I had like no idea. So I'm just throwing it out there.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That works. Sean,
Yeah.
villains. Top five X-Men villains.
Okay. For X-Men villains, I got to go with Magneto, unfortunately, because he's just a badass no matter what you throw at him. Apocalypse, because he has so many great stories out there, and plus he just basically just been always there, so that's just a great villain. So Magneto and Apocalypse. So other villains, damn dude, Mr. Sinister, because I've always like that guy's always got under my skin in the comics and on the show. I'm just like, dude, this guy just needs to go, but he just won't. He always comes back like a freaking cockroach. And then gotta say Sabretooth, because once again he's like one of those other guys, he doesn't give up. Once he gets you in his target, he's not letting you go. He's like a freaking alligator, man. He gets grabbing you, he's not gonna let go until he's finished with you, unless you fight back and finish him first. And then
and they still meet up, him and I don't know if they do still in the comics, but it's like every year they battle. Yeah.
And Omega Red, dude, like he's such just a great character. Just the way he looks, normally how they portray him in the comics is just most of mine are like ones that have really good story and really good like character history. So I'd have to go with those 5.
That's good.
Those are good,
Dark
man.
Beast. Somebody said Dark Beast.
What's
Yeah,
a Dark
Maz
Beast?
was good,
Oh, Dark Beast is
Maz.
good too.
Yeah.
Dark Beast is good. Oh, smoke him if you got him. Pulled it out, man. Mojo. I was like,
There you go.
I know Mojo from the community, but I don't know.
Nah,
Mojo
there's
from the comics.
Mojo and Longshot, but Longshot's a good guy.
Sugarman, or is that the guy from Sugarman from the future or from Mojo World?
Mojo World. You remember from the late
Mojo
80s,
World.
early 90s? Yeah, dude.
All of
Those
them.
are-
Shiva, Longshot, all of them.
All that good shit. Oh, man. Dude, X-Men's so deep because that all counts. That's all part of the X-Men universe, man.
Yeah.
Leo, man, Magneto's definitely on the list.
See, the thing is, I tried to do it and take Magneto off the list.
Okay,
because
that's good.
he could be considered as an anti-hero, especially now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this, he's in between, because the thing is, it's all for perception. Like we look at him as being evil because of the things that he's done, but really, he's like your typical Namor. He's like your typical Black Panther. He's all for his people. He does
Like Dr.
anything that
Doom.
he can. Yeah, like a Doom. Like he's anything that he can do for the preservation of his own kind, of his people. So it's kind of hard. So I just kind of I want to dig around with characters that I think that are most interesting. So I'll start with number 5 with Fabian Cortez. A lot of people don't really, because Fabian Cortez. So he's a villain. His powers, are using a life force of others to time travel, and he's interesting because like he's as much as people might look at it and say like, well, not, but he's powerful because he can change and shape the future the way he wants it. Got to throw Mystique on there because she's legendary. Number 1, she's almost as old as Wolverine, but at the same time, she's the one person who could completely destroy the Marvel universe because she can do anything. She can become the president of the United States and push a button and blow up the world if she wanted to. I mean, that's just her and how she is. I also say High Evolutionary because he has done so much in the X-Men universe with gene splicing and stuff like that. He plays a very intricate role. Gotta basically say Nimrod. Nimrod is a beast.
We got some Nimrod love in the chat, man.
Yeah, Nimrod is a beast. Like, definitely, he is a beast. Like, I mean, you're talking about somebody who always has a counter for anything. Like, that's basically him. And I would also say, because this was kind of hard, I like to kind of throw in there, Onslaught.
Yeah.
Onslaught was going to be a choice of mine, dude.
Onslaught. Beast. He is a beast of a character. Onslaught is a beast of a character. He's the psyche of both Professor X and Magneto all in one. That's basically, when, of course, we know when, Professor X, completely wiped the mind of Magneto out of frustration. That whole thing kind of formulated in one, the hatred of Magneto and all of that just kind of completed that character. So Onslaught is incredible, bro. He's a beast. There's so many, bro. So many.
There's so many. And there's so many. Everybody in the chat, man. It's just there's some deep.
Bro.
There's some deep cuts in the chat, man. So I love to see
Cassandra
it.
Nova, yes.
Yeah,
Onslaught,
dude, like-
Apocalypse, yeah, man. Like there's so many out there. And I almost forgot one of the most powerful mutants ever, Omega level. I keep
Santa?
Huh?
Santa?
No.
No, that's official though. He is an Omega level
You
mutant.
said Santa?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they did kind of make that canon. Let me
Yeah,
see.
they did.
I keep forgetting his name. He's probably the most powerful empath, telepath.
Xavier's
Is
son?
it Xavier's kid?
No, not.
No.
I'm not talking about Legion.
Okay.
Oh, what is his name? Everybody out there, you got to help me out because I'm gonna find him. I keep
Hellfire
forgetting his
Club?
name. No,
Say he's a
No.
telepath.
Shadow King?
not the Shadow King. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. When I find it, because the name's gonna come to me, I'm hoping I can find it before the name.
No, not Black Tom. Who?
Black Tom Cassidy. No, I don't.
No,
that's
not
what you're
Black
talking
Tom
about.
Cassidy. D's. Hold up, I'm gonna find him. I was about to say D's nuts, but now I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna find him because he's there, bro. He's definitely Omega level and he is
I
powerful.
mean, Franklin Richardson's technically a mutant, but I don't think he's an enemy, like a villain.
He's a telepath.
Yeah. The thing is, because it's crazy though, because I just got finished reading Inferno. I just got finished. Well, people, if you don't already, get out there and read.
Is he in Inferno?
He's not in Inferno, but
Oh,
he's
well,
an
then never mind. I'm
intricate
trying
part.
to look it up. I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh.
I know, right?
You know, he was in Avengers. He was in Axe, Avengers versus X-Men versus the Eternals.
T-Rock.
Miller.
I keep forgetting his name.
Is it Exodus?
Exodus. That's
There you
his
go.
name.
There we
That's
go.
my guy.
Ugly
Exodus.
second kid. Hell yeah, man.
Exodus, bro. Yes, Exodus. He is a beast. Like literally a beast. Good now, somewhat, but he's a beast. He is definitely a
Right
beast.
here in the book too.
Yeah, bro. Definitely Exodus is he is an incredible character, man.
Originally
Good
aired
choices.
in X Factor in '92 and 1993.
Mhm,
Well, let me
mhm.
see. Sean, bring it up. I'll full screen you.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
No. Like once I saw a picture of him, he brought back memories. Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's crazy. Like half of these villains' powers were amplified by our guy. I'm old, so I'm entitled to forget names.
Exodus.
Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was one of Magneto's acolytes. Remember?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
So it was around
So
that time. Yeah.
was Colossus.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I could pick him as a villain too, technically.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, when he puts Magneto's cape on.
Fire, bro. And wasn't he doing that to protect magic?
Who?
There was a Colossus,
Why-
wasn't there?
yeah.
There was a reason he joined Magneto's acolytes.
Mhm.
Harry, are you understanding any of this, bro? Am I
I
the only
don't
one that's
remember.
all?
You guys are just hearing-
Harry, we're stuck in
Bro,
bro.
It's,
We're
it,
surrounded
it,
by
it
it.
flows after a certain amount of time because there's a lot of books that have been read over time, and you got to kind of retrain your thought pattern.
Well,
when
have you
think
guys
about
seen
these
the
things.
cartoon series that they had of the X-Men or X-Men
We've
Evolution?
seen all of them.
I've
Yeah.
seen
Alright,
But
so
Harry
I-
and
the animated
and-
series.
yeah.
I've
I
seen
got
like
a question.
We've
tiny
seen
bit of it,
Pride of the X-Men. We've seen.
All right,
That's how
yeah.
deep
I
it
haven't
goes.
seen that.
I got a question for Sean, right? So you mentioned Cyclops, which by the way I absolutely hate, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
But I'm gonna side with him on this one. The only time I like Cyclops was in the series called Wolverine and the X-Men. There's an animated series that came out a little after, and what
Great
it
series.
was Wolverine
Short-lived.
kind of traded places with Cyclops. So now Wolverine has to lead the X-Men, while Cyclops goes into depression and gets all angry because he lost Jean Grey, and he's basically the Wolverine of the X-Men. He's got an attitude. He's like giving Wolverine a hard time. while Wolverine's leading the X-Men. And I just think that storyline was really cool to see the different. And then that was voiced by, it wasn't voiced by Cal Dodd, it was voiced by
Steve Bloom was Wolverine.
Bloom was Wolverine, yeah. So that was a good series too. And I really like that Cyclops. He had like a trench coat on and stuff. He was black.
But that cliffhanger was bullshit because it led to the Age of Apocalypse, and then they canceled the show. And I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
We watched the entire series when it was out, and then we're just like, where's the next season?
I know that sucks.
They stopped the season. They stopped the season at that point because basically, like around that time, there was a writer's strike as well.
Yep.
And they just said,
it just teetered also into the acquisition.
Yeah, they were doing the acquisition.
So Disney's like, nope. In the comics, we get the death of Wolverine. We stop selling toys. We kill the cartoon.
It was a good series. I enjoyed it.
No, it was good. It was badass.
It really
was. Let me ask Harry then.
Bro.
Yeah, again, I think they're going to be pretty generic answers, I feel. So I'm going to go, obviously, Magneto. I think he's the best villain, I think, in X-Men. I'm going to throw in Lady Deathstrike from the second X-Men movie. I always thought she was badass. Yeah, the way she just completely destroyed Wolverine, I thought was always super badass. I'll throw in Mystique, obviously, but like the original Mystique, like Mystique in X1 and X2, not Jennifer Lawrence Mystique. I just could not stand that version of Mystique. Sebastian
She paved the way for female leads, though, bro. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
I'll throw in Sebastian Shaw. I thought he was hilarious and just honestly pretty menacing too.
He actually is.
Yeah.
Like, even in the comics, he really is a threatening character. So that's a good one.
Yeah. And Kevin Bacon was fucking awesome. I love Kevin Bacon. So, and then maybe Emma Frost.
Ooh, that's
I thought she was pretty cool. Yeah.
Really good one.
Pretty OP power, I think. Telepath and can become basically
choices,
invincible.
Yeah, those are great choices, man. They really are. You know, listen, your mind will open up if you've read all the comics.
Yeah.
But for what you have as material, those are all great. And those are great
do
in the
you
comics
want him
too.
to do that so it can ruin his memory of these movies?
Nah, he may still enjoy the movies. And now still just have a different appreciation.
It might even enhance the enjoyment.
Yeah. I will say that.
Yeah.
DT Artman, though, man, that's actually a really good point, right? I always love the ideal differences between Professor X and Magneto, like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, man. That was a big, dude, for sure. Oh, also good point, though. The X-Men 2 opening sequence will always be goated.
Oh, yeah.
That shit.
Dude, that was
we
one of
saw
the
that in the
best
theater, remember? Yeah. It's Nightcrawler in the White House and like...
Yeah.
Assassin mode. Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah,
that was badass, dude.
Became instant favorite for me.
Jeez,
one of the best scenes in any movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I really enjoyed that opening scene. Second brother, dude, what is good, my man?
Hey,
what up, man?
What's up, dude?
What? Oh, God, man. Okay, so you need my top 5, right? You need my top 5.
Yep.
We're still doing this?
I think I
didn't do my top 5.
I thought we were done,
Mario. All right.
I think I'm
all right. This dude right here.
You can't see, bro. Full screen.
Yeah, it's there.
What is
you can't see that?
What is it?
Man.
I just see a big ass neck.
Can't see it. What is it? It's just blurred.
Pixelated.
Is it pixelated?
There you go.
You can't see 𝗕𝗘𝗢𝗠𝗘. All right, that's fine.
He is
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
The number one. Number one villain, X-Men villain of all time. The first mutant, bro. It's got to be Apocalypse. It's got to be Apocalypse. Apocalypse is number one. Mr. Sinister, definitely up there. Magneto, I have to pick. I have to pick Magneto. Omega Red. Those are my top 4 for sure, 100%. It would be a tough one. It'd be like Miguel, where I have a couple. Where I would say it's Sabretooth or Juggernaut, dude.
Oh, that's a hard.
Yeah.
That one's really tough for me on that one. There's some other, Brotherhood that are cool. I'm believe it or not. I mean, I thought Pyro was pretty cool. You know, Toad, Blob. But honestly, I think it would have to. Fuck, man, it'd have to be. It would have to be Sabretooth if I had to choose between him and Juggernaut. I love Juggernaut though, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. But those are it, man. But Apocalypse for sure, 100%, dude. 100%. I do have a couple super chats though, my man. Ash Chase, dude, thanks so much, dude, for that $5 bomb, man. Says, what does the panel want to see X-Men in the MCU wise? Take anything from comic book. Leo, looking at you, bro. I appreciate
the super
chat.
What does the panel want to see X-Men in? Okay.
I guess what
from the books? Yeah,
into the movies.
What do you want to see from the? Okay.
I already know.
Deadpool and Spidey.
Plain and simple. I just want them to get the characters right and accuracy. Number one, plain and simple, accurate and right. But see, the thing is, it's hard to say because, and that's why I don't like really to make predictions or to say what I want, because it always ends up being a totally different way. I guess we're looking at entry and how they'll do it, how they'll bring them in. You just mentioning mutants, just saying you're a mutant is not enough for me. You know what I mean? Yeah. I want to see how they're going to enter that atmosphere, because it's a touchy situation. Like Fantastic Four is to a lot of people, X-Men are to me, like literally.
Yes.
So you can't, you know what I mean? Everybody's talking Fantastic Four, this and then I get that first family. All right, I get that. But the X-Men, like literally how they do it is so important. Yep. You can't get that wrong. You definitely cannot get that wrong. So it's going to be hard for me to really say what I want. But I will say that I want is the first official first class first. Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. That's where I was coming from. I was going to say,
I want the
do you
first
want them
class.
To be Origins, like Angel,
Origin,
Beast,
because I think that's where they need to start.
Iceman. You know
as
what I
much
mean?
I love Storm, as much as I love Colossus, as much they need to start with the original run. They need to start with the first class first. Do that, just that entry. But the thing is, they won't. Yeah. But we know they won't. We know they won't because they're going off of popularity.
But do they though? Like we got Colossus and Deadpool. Everybody already knows who the X-Men is. So do we really need the original ones? I'm a fan of the original ones. I'm not. Don't get me wrong.
The problem with that though is we're talking about Fox's X-Men versus how they're going to enter. So is a slight chance. There is a slight chance, like I said, they may deviate from a lot of things. Yes, I guess, they're talking about how we'll get Logan into the MCU with Deadpool. Okay, cool. We understand that. But that's only a temporary fix for that particular movie. Going forward, there's going to be a totally different iteration. They already said that that's where they're going. You know what I mean? So again, it's like they have to me. I think if you introduce the first class, you don't have to basically go deep and say, all right, we want to introduce them from Origins. You don't even have to start with Origins. You can just start as they're there and then maybe bring everybody in sporadically, or bring them in first and have members in different places. Have Storm in different places. Have Colossus in different places. Have Nightcrawler in different locations where you can bring them together that way. But at least you're paying homage to Origins. It doesn't have to be an origin story. They can just be the entry going on a recruit. That's what I would actually say.
I see what you're saying.
But at least get them right. Get the core right. Pay homage to that core. That's what I'm saying. Like just do it right. Because the thing is, it helps for. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. The reason why I'm saying is because it sets up such a beautiful tragedy. It sets up how we see the rise and fall of Warren Worthington, how he gets to become the Archangel. Stuff like that. I want to see how we get to that point, because there are beautiful stories that need to be told. It's just that we don't reach that point. I want to see Wolverine, start off first, Weapon X program, then actually go with, the Alpha Flight in Canada. Come through Alpha Flight and then all that. I want to see stuff like that happen. If you ask, that's what I would say. Because then you're kind of touch and go in certain situations, and I think it would work. But now, go ahead, man. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, don't say sorry. I listen. I love your point. My thing is, I hope they do the same thing, but not like within little flashbacks, because I don't think they need to go ahead and go through all that. What I would like to see, and I think I mentioned it before, I think the best introduction to the X-Men would have been through Wanda and her dad. So let's say, like, I would have loved to see I would have loved to see Wanda going nuts, the Avengers trying to stop Wanda, and all of a sudden you see a figure coming from the sky asking where his daughter was. And boom, introduction to Magneto. Boom, we have X-Men versus the Avengers or something like that. You know, I'm sure they'll turn it around, but I think that would have been cool. And then you would have saw Wolverine knowing who Captain America was because they had a past. You know, you would see some of those things, and then you could go into these flashbacks with some of the characters. And then later on, when there's an X-Men movie, then yeah, I would want to see maybe some of the origins pop up and all that. But I don't think necessarily I want to see a whole entire origins thing, because we kind of already got that. I think everybody out there, whether they like comics, or not, know who these characters are. Although I definitely appreciate, you know, the origin story and the original characters. Like that's my thing too.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to do an origin story. Like, I don't want to see how they became X-Men. Just have them there first. You know what I mean? Have them there first. Not going back and there being an entire origin story. Just have them there first. Like, show the core members first, and then maybe have them go on a recruitment. Then show, because you have time to basically show how Beast becomes who he is now. You have a chance to see what happens in the division, basically why the original core members probably left at that point. You know what I mean? Just to see how it was actually formed. You're setting up a story, not going back to origins, because I don't think we need to see that. You know what I mean? We didn't see the origin of Spider-Man in the MCU, so we don't need to see that with the X-Men.
But they can be, the originals can be like in the first act
of
the film.
They can be in the first act of the actual film. Show that first. At least get people introduced, because the thing is, all people know right now is Colossus. All people know right now is Shadowcat. All people know right now is Wolverine, Jean Grey, and Scott Summers, and they've seen, you know, here and there Nightcrawler, which I don't know why they didn't bring him in. They only brought him in one damn film. He was so intricate in everything else. It was so important to have him. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, just have it to where you start with the core first, and then you just start bringing others in. And I think that would make sense. Don't do an origin story, but just start bringing others in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dude, no, I agree with that. I do.
I agree, yeah.
Real quick, he with big boobs though, man. Thank you so much, dude. Love his name. For the super chat, man, it says Scream 6. So you just watched it. It was fire. All right. Hope everyone is chilling right now. Hell yeah, man. Nah, we just chilling. X-Men chat, all that good stuff. S-Beam, good point, man. This is a tough one, dude. So I mean, I don't know, what X-Men comic run would you recommend for those who want to start reading the comics? Well, depends.
So many.
You could go into what we were going to talk about tonight with Wolverine's solo comic. You could start just running the Claremont run maybe in the 80s to 90s, and then get into the Jim Lee 90s. And I would start with Claremont, honestly.
Yeah.
I think that's a good spot. I mean, you could always go back and read the originals, which are nice. But dude, there's some great story. Well, yeah, they're all right back then too. But I think the pinnacle right there was the 80s and 90s, personally.
Well, there were some pretty good stories before there, in the late 70s. They started picking up some decent stories back then as well. It's just for us, like for the mainstream, the popularity and the boom in great stories started like in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah,
and that stuff is just stuck throughout all history. That's all just X-Men canon history now from that era. So I think that's a great way, or a great time period, to start reading.
There you go. We could really lose Mario and go hardcore Trek talk now. Mario will be like, what is this stream about?
I'm out.
It'd be like, that shit's so funny, bro. Yeah, there's a lot.
You don't know the rules
guys.
of acquisition? What's going on?
Right? No, he doesn't know. Dude.
Lightspeed, bro. Lightsabers.
Jim Lee's hand down, my favorite comic artist. Dude, it's so good, man. We got 105 in the chat, man. Don't forget to hit that like button, man. Subscribe to all my buddies here. Their links right here in the description below. It's awesome that we have so many people that are passionate with it. CT603, of course. I have a few X-Men books. He's got like everything, which is awesome, dude. Six Scale also, man. I love the passion when you guys speak about X-Men, dude, because they're so important. They're so important, and honestly. This is a good segue to bring in what Mario wanted to talk about.
Oh, we're already going here.
Yeah, fill us in for those who.
What's something Mario knows?
Oh, there we go.
Let's
there we
look
go.
At, there we go. There we go.
Ooh.
Rocking the, was it the 9.0?
See who that is?
That is a Stan Lee signature.
Mm-hmm.
I am.
Damn,
Dope.
look at that.
Love it. Love it.
Look
Love
at
it,
that,
dude.
man.
So you wanted to talk about this one though, man. So
Yeah, I mean, it was just a suggestion, dude. I know. I mean, last
Well,
week we
it's
had Miguel
in.
on here, want to give him a reason to come back, you know. So talk a little Wolverine.
yeah,
Yeah, man. So it's been a while since I actually read this. It's been a minute since I checked it out, and it was interesting, dude. It was I really see the inspiration of where the Wolverine movie. You know, was really
Mhm.
inspired from, dude. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, to be honest, I really liked that movie a lot until like the third act when I thought it fell apart. You know, but
yeah, with Silver
yeah,
Samurai.
loosely
and-
inspired. Yeah,
Yeah.
loosely inspired from the story, dude. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
this was shit. Some of the stuff that I heard about. I guess this takes place like, you know, after some event, and then Logan just goes off on his own,
Mhm.
and then yeah, just ends up you know, looking for his old love that he was into, man, and I just stopped writing to him, and then goes back to Japan and, you know, finds out all kinds of shit is going on. It was a good story, man. It was a good
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a good love story, you know, overall, you know, and yeah, it was what, 4 issues deep or something like that for this
Yeah.
original
Yep.
story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was
Um,
1982, man. Frank
yeah.
Miller,
Yeah.
and then Chris
Yeah.
Claremont.
That first initial cover though is completely what Miguel just showed, iconic. You know,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's like one of the
Very
things that
Clint
always
Eastwood.
stands out. What's that?
It's very Clint Eastwood.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
he took
Yeah.
a lot of inspiration from Clint Eastwood and stuff, and that's
Mhm.
kind of what got him the look of that comic cover, which I absolutely love.
Mm-hmm. Dude, you got some good screenshots here, man.
Oh yeah,
yeah, like I
of
said,
course
this
I
was,
do. I have all these comics on my computer, so
yeah, like I said, this was a fun story. Seeing him going back, you know, to Mariko, you know, checking up on her, and then find her here beaten up by her husband, and this shit got dark, dude. And then the Ninja Clan was the hand.
Hand.
I didn't know, man.
Yakuza.
Yeah, those guys too. And, yeah, like I said, dude, overall pretty good read, man. I mean, like I said, had to catch up. I was reading most of it, didn't get through it. But just from what I remember, dude, it was you know, it was pretty cool, man. And coming up here, dude, when he fights her dad, you know, he just like beats his ass up with a wooden sword. That was like, you know, hitting all the pressure points.
oh yeah,
You know, from that was
Oh, yeah.
that was interesting, man. But yeah, fun stuff. I actually want to get back. You know what? I should probably do that. When you guys were talking earlier, I was
Yeah.
actually thinking about just going back and just finish reading it. You know, since I wasn't really in that conversation, but
you were in the
yeah.
because it's all just,
yeah. I mean, hey,
snow in your ear.
a little bit, but yeah, no, it was a fun story, man.
No, dude, this is one of the this was really cool at the time, bro, because this was his first kind of solo, you know, story, limited run, but it was really, really, really good, dude. Like, and you're right, it's kind of a love story of sorts, but it really shows his. They added like more emotion to him, you know what I'm saying? This character
Mhm.
growth. I
Yeah.
know. I'm gonna bounce it around, dude. I'm gonna bounce it around. Lael, you remember this? Of
Yeah.
course.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, hold
I
on.
have this book. I have the
Mhm.
entire run.
All right, what Mario, real quick?
I'm sorry, Margo.
Six Scale in the chat says that we need a comic book stream. I mean,
Well, tune into Mondays, man, on Lael's Comic Book Talk with Friends, man.
Yeah.
there's
Comic
one
book
that
talk
already
with
exists.
friends every Monday. It just wasn't yesterday because I was tired. But it'll be back next Monday. We actually run through certain runs. We always actually start with an artist run first. We'll actually talk about an artist and then we'll go to an actual run. So yeah, every Monday night, 9:15. Check it out.
Yes, sir. Seriously. I know a lot of it lately has been some Disney, you know, Marvel shows too, but that's all relevant, you know, to the comics, like you're saying, pulling back and
Yeah,
comparing and contrasting the
Yeah,
differences
we try to like kind of deviate from the DC and the DCU and MCU and just talk strictly about the books, but only when it's relevant. We'll talk about the films when it's relevant for that time, but try to deviate from that and just kind of give people history lessons on books, what they should read, if they want inspiration, if they want to know about the actual characters, the origin stories and the source material. It's always best to read in general, man. Definitely.
Oh, dude. Well, that's where it all started, man. That's
bro.
But so definitely go subscribe to Layla if you have not, man. That was fun when we were all riffing on the Omega level mutants and stuff like that. Like it's but yeah, I mean, your thoughts. So you said you have these issues, of course.
Yes. And the thing is, I think it was with this particular run. This is basically when we started, because the thing is that at so many times, like we had seen nothing but the savagery of Wolverine, so hardcore, so stern. But then that's when we started, when we look at this, and again, what happened in this run really affects Wolverine going forward. You know what I mean? From what we know. So that's what was important about this run. Claremont, he's a writer, bro. And we know basically with him and Jonathan Hickman and all them. But I mean, this run right here was definitely it's golden, bro. Like especially when we see him going forward after this run. You know what I mean?
Right.
So there was a lot that kind of played into it. That's why it's important to have this because the lot that they didn't touch on, like they took a lot. Pretty much the entire movie was almost about this book. Almost loosely, very loosely, but that's what I think they missed. There was so much that they could have utilized from this book that would have made that movie make so much more sense, but they just they chose their own route, which of course they can't. It's hard to do like a 4-issue over one film, so I get it.
They could have done it.
They could have, but they didn't. We know it's Marvel. They're not going to do that, bro.
I know. They're not going to do. I know.
But the MCU, they're not going to do that, bro. They're not.
No.
They had a chance, but they didn't do it.
Well, it's interesting because as I talked about it, like once Mario was like, "Hey, we should talk about this," it's been a while, so I revisited. I reread it this week, and I'm like, this is still timeless. It still holds up. It still holds up.
Definitely.
So if you guys haven't read this, it doesn't. My point is, it doesn't feel like it's something, because I know some people won't go back and watch like older movies or shows just as a preference.
It feels like
it's
still relevant. It has not relevant, but revenant or whatever. It hasn't aged.
Right. Yeah. Right. I agree with that.
Like this within this character, you can read this now, and it still makes sense to everything else that you know about the character that's being written about him today.
Yeah. Like Lil said, like moving forward, this kind of defined him a little bit more, and just a deeper character, right? A deeper understanding of the character.
A much deeper understanding, and at the same time, we saw like a more vulnerable version of him in this run. Even though we still saw the savagery, but we also saw that level of vulnerability that carries on going forward, because in his mind, like there's a couple of regrets, and this is even one of them. So
yeah, dude, I'll bounce around here here in a sec. Let's see, who do I pick? Miguel.
Yo,
let's continue with you, my friend. You have the comic.
It's been a while, right? I mean, for me, first off, you got to think about the pioneers who paved the way for comics and all this. You got Chris Claremont, you got Frank Millar, you got Joe Rubenstein. All these people worked on this, comic book, and till this day, like somebody said, it holds up. Now look at these panels. I mean, for me, there's a lot of iconic moments that you see, especially when he's fighting the Yakuza. You got all those arrows on his back, and right there, perfect, like that.
Damn.
I have a couple. I actually have a couple prints where Wolverine's fighting them, bunch of ninjas, and you see all these arrows in his back. But the biggest thing with this is that Wolverine's so badass, and here you get to see, like, I don't want to say a softer side to him, but a more emotional side to him. You see that his human side. You see his human side, right? because he's portrayed as such a savage, and he really is. But he's a savage that has a heart, and I mean, all throughout Wolverine's life, he's either with different women or heartbreak. Or he's protecting
a lot of tragedy.
That's a lot of tragedy.
A lot of things that he overcomes, and he just goes through a lot of hurdles in his life. And this is where you really get to, they build on his character as a human versus the savage Wolverine that we know. But this is why I like the character so much, because not only is he badass, he'll fight anybody. He doesn't care, right? But he truly tries to protect people. He loves the people he loves. And when he cares about somebody, he cares about somebody. I mean, this guy traveled all the way back, to see 𝗕𝗘𝗢𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗘 and stuff. So like, it's just, it shows a lot. I mean, for me, it's not only the storyline, but the art. Everything about it is super cool, and it's just one of those iconic pieces. If you like Wolverine, you got to have this comic. It's definitely dope, man. And like you can see, I mean, these are some really good pictures or stills from the comic. This looks really good. But yeah, man, there's some iconic fight scenes here. I mean, look at that. He's fighting like 20 ninjas with arrows and freaking all kinds of stuff. And he's just, look at this. This is my favorite panel.
Yeah.
Right here. But yeah, man, that's really my feedback on the book. It's been a while though since I've read it. I mean, this talking years and years. But,
well, that's why I figured I'd do some slides, man. They'll kind of jog some memories from everybody. And
right here, man, he's going down. Look, he's just destroying everybody. Oh, and another thing is, you get to see him a lot without his cowl on here. He doesn't have So you get to see him, his hair, right? All that stuff. That's another big,
and all that,
big moment for this. Like
iconic leather jacket with the fur, definitely. Hell yeah, bro.
So and of course you get to see the brown suit, which is an introduction to this as well. So yeah,
was this an introduction to the brown suit?
I don't think it's necessarily introduction, but on a cover and him itself, you don't see his traditional yellow suit or anything like that.
Yep. Super badass. Peyton, yeah, exactly. He was wondering, was the second Wolverine movie based off this comic? Yeah, the Wolverine movie was based off of this. So if you guys have seen that, in fact, Harry,
and it started off great. The movie started off so dope. But what they did with the Silver Samurai, I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Like we didn't sign up for this Michael Bay.
Nah, bro. I ain't wanted to see him fight a Transformer. I just wanted to actually see, like, yeah, man, come on, man, like that run.
And the Silver Samurai is such a good character.
A very good character, man. A very good character, bro. The duo that dirty. Come on, man. Nah,
it was kind of
nah, don't do that.
So I would say, because with Harry, I know you didn't read this, but you've seen the Wolverine movie, so you understand what we're talking about, like how it was based upon it.
Yeah, it's that that story that takes place in Japan, and I agree. The movie started off great, with the nuke going off in the back, and him going down the very visceral, right? And then it just kind of stopped being that way, and then just kind of became very just bland, I think.
Because the story was beautiful, bro. It was and the thing is, it's crazy. Same director that we actually got for Logan, but it was just things it changed up. And James Mangold killed it. But it was, but at the same time, we got to also keep in mind that there were certain restrictions on what Mangold could do at that point, and that's before Hugh Jackman championed him to do Logan. You know what I mean? So,
I mean, I think the other thing is that these directors and stuff, they kind of want to put their spin on stuff, like, I don't know, like sometimes I try to put myself in their shoes. Like, I know there's certain things they can and can't do, but at the same time, like, if I were to take on a story and I'm a director, do I want to really keep it to its original form where really I'm not really getting credit for it? I'm just portraying what was in the comics, or do I want to put a spin on it that I could take credit for, that's going to add to the story, even though in this case it destroyed it? So that's what I think, it kind of gets a little iffy with these directors and stuff. But I think more and more now they're starting to see, like, hey, you guys can put a spin on it, but stay true to the comic, and the fans are going to be there to support it. And usually those movies are the ones that end up being real good.
Yeah.
That is true. No, that is true.
Very true.
It is a good point, because I totally understand that too. I mean, you can even just take Zack Snyder, for example, and it's like he had a vision for his Justice League, right? His vision. Yes, there was a lot of Dark Knight there, speaking of, but I appreciated it because I'm like, okay, so you're not directly like ripping the source, right? You're putting your own spin on it, your own vision to it. So I appreciated
He's referencing it. He's making an homage to what came before.
Yeah. So I get that because people want to take artistic liberties, but also try to stay, in my opinion, as close as the source material. It's a fine line to walk. It is. It's been probably a little bit for you, Sean, right? But you remember this issue. Is this starting to bring back some?
Vaguely, yeah. Like it's been a while. Like I was telling you on my way home from work, I read the entire series, but that was like a while ago, at least about a year or two ago. So it's not that fresh in my mind. But like when I was reading it, I couldn't put it down. It was so good. Like every time you finish an issue, you're just like, well, I don't care how late it is. Next book.
Oh, because you went through like all. I remember you had that huge pack.
Yeah, and it's just written so well. You get to learn more about Logan. You get all these new characters that are introduced to you, like, and they're not even like mutant characters. You're getting like all of these. You get Mirko and Yukio and all these people that are a part of Logan who help form who he is.
Yeah, because there's a huge lot, you know what I mean? Going back, it's always Japan revisited. There's always this big history that still follows him, even way after these, you know what I mean, after these events. And
like I just love how this was like the first time you really see him not as like a superhero or as an X-Man. You see him one part being the heroic person he is and uses, being this amazing mutant with claws and healing factor and all the other stuff that he does outside of the X-Men. But it's also like the personal stuff that you see with him of how he interacts with everyone else in the world, because you don't see him interacting with the X-Men or the Brotherhood this time. You're seeing him just by himself and how the world sees him or interacts with him. You don't get that a lot in a lot of comic books from characters that are originally a part of an ensemble cast.
Would it be fair to say that in a modern sense, you can almost compare, the story-wise, no, but character-wise, you can almost compare like the Iron Man 3 movie in a sense, right? Where it's Tony Stark kind of dealing with things on his own.
Wolverine is a character,
you know what I mean,
that you root for, much like how you root for Spider-Man all the time because life just throws him under the bus constantly. Wolverine is a very Greek hero. He is a hero born from tragedy. He builds from all the tragic events that happens to him. He never really slows down from them. He is constantly trying to better himself in the way he sees himself, but he also tries to better himself because the way he wants people to see him. He doesn't want to have everyone just look at him as the animal, as the bloodthirsty berserker.
Yeah, this is true. He's Wolverine, like I said, tormented past. My thing is, the way Wolverine has betrayed and has been portrayed in the books is that he is always that character that we know is reliable. He makes brash decisions. He's willing to do whatever it actually takes. But at the same time, like when you're reading his stories, like, the inflection, and you can actually tell that this man, in a sense, wants to die. Like he's lived for way too long. And he knows that. And because of the pain, like physical pain is nothing to him. It's the pain that he carries from memory, from lost love, from family members, hatreds that, certain family members have towards him. There's a lot that actually goes on, it's a tortured life that he actually has to live. Imagine having a broken heart more than 10 times over. You know what I mean? Like literally, like this man is tormented. A lot of his emotions, a lot of his anger is few from it, but and that's what makes for such an interesting character. And because he's always that character that you want in your corner, regardless of anything, he's always, you might not be able to trust him, but he's always that character that you want in your corner. Because like definitely he just doesn't give two shits about anything but the people that he's close to and he's fighting for. You know, and the love-hate hatred, you know, the love-hate relationship that he has with some characters is all you might as well say out of love. You know what I mean? But it's and it's also the simple fact that he's afraid to love anyone anymore.
Yeah,
like he's afraid to attach himself to anyone.
Yeah,
that's why some of the best character interactions that I like with Wolverine is the characters he imprints himself onto, like the people, like all like the characters, like like Kitty Pryde and Jubilee. He is not the type of character that would normally do this. So for him to emotionally attach himself to these people and basically become an older brother or father-like figure, with all the shit he's dealt with, that shows how much strength he has to step up and move forward with going like, you know what, I have shit going on, but there's this person in front of me, they need help.
Dude, that's a good point. That's a super good point, because he got to that point where he knows, like, he's like, oh man, I've been through so much shit. I don't want to see these other people kind of go through the same thing, essentially. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just literally. Dude, shit is dope, man. So I would say, dude, this is a good discussion, man, on this issue, man. If you guys want to read that, man, I would check it out, man. You could probably even do like the Marvel Unlimited or the Amazon one. It's 4 issues. Or buy the graphic novel, right? The trade paperback. I'm sure you can get that anywhere. You know what I mean?
And remember this conversation a couple weeks from now when Mario has to shave his beard down the middle once the N1 Starfighter is released.
Down the middle, dude.
Mutton chops. We're gonna give him basically the chops.
Like that.
Chops.
Yeah, dude. But no, that's badass, man. We could talk about that all day, man. I swear. But we do have. Speaking of X-Men, this showed up. I don't know if you guys saw this, man. This XM Jean Grey quarter scale. Miguel, did you see this?
Yeah, bro.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, you kind of broke up for a second.
Delay or something. Yeah.
How about now?
Hold on. Let me.
There's a delay on his end.
It's beautiful, bro.
Yeah. So I saw this. I liked it. There was some things I disliked about it. I know there was a portrait there that had like her eyes were white. Yeah, I'm not feeling
that.
No, not at all. No, not at all. But aside from that, I mean, XM Studios does some really good stuff. I like it. I mean, it's not something that I would probably buy. But if you want to complete your X-Men statue collection and have that character in there, I think this is a dope one. I like the base, of course. You know, they're doing a lot with the Sentinels and all that. The paint applications are really, really good. Yeah, I would like to see this in hand, though. But that one portrait I wasn't really feeling.
Yeah, the eyes for me, I'm not sure I'm digging either. The white eyes.
I think they're just doing that because that's when she's using her power. It's
Yeah, but she's not the Undertaker.
It would make more sense.
She's not wearing a mask like a cowl where you can get away with having white eyes. It makes no sense.
The white eyes would make more sense if they tackled like the Dark Phoenix version of her.
There you go. Yeah.
That would make more sense. But the white eyes for this particular character, especially when we've never seen her in this form, you know what I mean? That kind of, I get it. And the thing is, like, I get the interpretation with the suit. I just wish I would want to go to the regular version. You know what? And again, I just want the origin version of her as well. I still love that costume. So you know what I mean?
Good old Marvel girl.
Yeah, little Marvel girl, man. I'd love to get that. But nah, this is dope. But actually now, that is her costume now, especially in House of X, Powers of X. You know, the whole Krakoa run. That is her. The origins is her actual costume now. But I mean, I dig this. I probably XM's killing it with that. I don't know, man. It looks dope. It definitely looks dope.
Yeah, I was debating on it, man, because I keep teetering back into statue. You know, I'm always, ooh.
Listen,
see what you've done, Mario. You're starting to get him into statues. How dare you?
He needs to. Yeah. He's got me already. They both got me on 2 freaking Hot Toys already that I ordered, and I'm about to get this damn DeLorean soon. So he's gonna get some.
I got my foot on both bros, bro. Got my statues, homies, getting hot toys. Got my 6 scale homies getting statues, man.
I just don't know if I can do statues yet. That's just too
You
much.
can.
you
Look
Yeah,
at
you
that space spot back there.
Yeah, look at that rack
You've
behind
got-
you. Dude.
yeah,
You're
look at all the
setting
space
yourself
behind you,
up for
man.
it.
I still have
Look at-
more to put out.
That's cool.
We know. There's always more to
Put
put
a
out, bro.
statue somewhere up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got room, bro. You got room. I mean, look, it's $1,100. They're only making $299.
Damn, that's a low ES.
It's a low
Wow.
ES, dude, and I just don't know, because then you start looking, and there's others too. Like, no doubt, as you mentioned, like XM does some pretty cool shit here, but we have a lot, right? I mean, you got Beast Kingdom. There's a lot of other stuff going on that are doing really. Even sideshow pieces are pretty good, man. Those premium format X-Men's
Yeah.
are nice. I know, Lale, you have a
that Storm is incredible, bro. It is.
Mhm.
It is such a beautiful statue to have, bro. That one, I'm going to get that Nightcrawler as well.
I have the Nightcrawler. I did a review on it.
Yeah, that's incredible, bro.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if this is, I would like it, but then I'm feeling like, dude, I need to start getting.
And that's the thing. XM has been doing a lot of X-Men lately.
They have.
There's a lot of them out there, man. And they all, I'm sure they all look great together as well, dude. And
Iron
Jean Grey,
Studios
just
coming
another
out with X-Men Apocalypse.
That's their, dude, that's what's killing me right now.
I know.
Because
You've been looking at that constantly lately.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Sean
I
knows,
think
man.
you still have it open on your tab.
Iron Studios, I've been eyeing for like 2-3 years, man. And every time they put out another X-Men, I'm like, And then the time goes by, and then you miss out on. So then I was like, dude, I don't know, because for me, I would just buy them all, and that would be an issue for me. And then the Sentinels
Will it though?
arrived, and I was like, shit.
I think you would be a happy man.
I believe so too.
You guys are probably right. I would be.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine, like, if I had a whole top shelf or whatever, just like.
And with the 1/10, it's more manageable, man. You can
I
get,
know,
like,
dude.
damn
Mario,
near
shut the
everybody.
fuck up, man.
I'm just saying, dude. You know they'll
just-
look dope on the shelf. Too,
He's trying to rationalize
would.
and justify these purchases for me.
I agree with him.
Well, you said it best though, Miguel. That was more sincere, I think. Like, I would really enjoy them.
No, I'm being serious. Like, look, I'm gonna peer pressure the shit out of you. I'm not gonna lie, right? But
Yeah.
but I really do think that you would appreciate some statues in your collection. I just really think you will. I mean, the presence, obviously, the scale's a little different too. And yeah, there's a thing where you might. And the reason why I say Iron Studios is because you guys are in the hobby that you're in with these posable 6-scale figures that you like to make dioramas with. Well, obviously Iron Studios has this 3 Sentinels where you can make dioramas and get all the different characters you want around it. You can pick and choose. You can get all of them. They're going to be doing the same thing with the Age of Apocalypse one, where you're going to have all these different characters from that X-Men series.
The
And
second
Apocalypse
chance,
is going to be the center of attention, and the X-Men are going to be smaller scaled ones. And it's just going to look good, but you're going to
Look at him.
No, because listen. I'll tell you this, man. Oh my God. I saw the
Just
Age of
do it.
Apocalypse, and I was like, all right, that's pretty badass. But do you know?
The Muffin
Are
Man?
they going to do some big scale pieces like they did the Sentinels for the regular X-Men? Or do we not know yet?
I don't think they have the license for it. It's all about licensing. So like right now, they're doing the smaller scale statues. They're big on 110 scale. And the thing is though, I don't think you would want these bigger statues though in your collection.
I wanted all 3 of those Sentinels, bro.
Yeah, but that's the Sentinel, right? The Sentinel's huge, but the pieces that go around it to make that
Right, but that's what I'm wondering. Would they do something similar to that with Age of Apocalypse?
No,
where you
they
still
are.
have
That's what it is. No, it's just Apocalypse, and then you get the smaller figures, the X-Men figures that go around it. They're gonna do this. It's literally the same thing they did with the Sentinel, but with Apocalypse and obviously the X-Men.
Oh, that's it. That's over for Anthony.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Come on, Ant. Let's go.
moving on.
I mean, I can pull them up. Just let me know.
Shit. Yeah, I know. Because those Age of Apocalypse are right around the corner.
They just teased them. They just teased them not too long ago. So,
Yep.
listen, I love dioramas. I've always been a fan of a statue telling a story or them fighting. That's why I love my Wolverine versus Hulk and all that, or the transformation Hulk. But for those, it's cool because like we just talked about, we all just went around the panel, right? Let's talk about the Sentinel, right? We just all went around and talked about who our favorite X-Men are. So instead of buying the entire X-Men, you could have the Sentinel with your favorite X-Men surrounding and fighting the Sentinel, which I think is pretty cool. You don't have to necessarily drop, every single dime on every single piece, although people do it. But I just think it's a cool way to kind of just make your collection your own. Kind of like you guys do in the 6-scale world, you guys pose them and make your own dioramas and pick and choose what you guys want. I think it's the same thing, but there are other lines out there that have bigger statues, have old X-Men lines. We talked about Sideshow. We talked about, Beast Kingdom. We talked about, Diamond Select. You don't see you don't see a lot of Bishop statues. Guess what? We gave away a one for when Diamond Select was on the show. Yep. That was a Bishop statue. You barely see them. So you're going to see a lot of companies that actually do different X-Men's, but again, it's all depending on the license of the scale that they're allowed to do. But I think there's statues out there that fits everybody's collection. Just saying. There
are, dude. But listen real quick. I know.
They definitely just went in on you, bro.
I did.
All right. This to be continued. To be continued, because I know, Harry, you got.
Put a poll up.
No polls.
Oh wow.
I know, isn't that not okay? Fine. You're right. I put polls on everybody else. I should put one on me. Before I do, I know, Harry, you have to get going here shortly. Do you have any thoughts on this Jean Grey statue at all?
I'm not really much of a statue collector, but she does look really, really good. I love the old costume, but like if Marvel decides to go with this, I wouldn't be mad either. It honestly looks really, really good. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna stick with my Hot Toys, I think.
Nah, I think
it's not something.
You're gonna get a statue.
It's not something. I think it's way out of my budget in terms of collecting. I'm already.
What do you mean?
How many
I'm
Hot
already.
Toys do you have, Harry?
Toys are almost this much.
I'm already like.
It's just about this much money.
You're not wrong. If you get three,
I wouldn't. That's why I didn't
four
get the
of them,
DeLorean
you're
either,
pretty
right?
much
Because that's also way out of my range.
Listen, there's smaller pieces that are not this expensive. I can get you under $500 and get you a nice statue right next to that monitor.
Also for me, because I do a lot of photography, I need my toys to be able to move. Right.
Yeah,
so,
I got you, bro.
Yeah.
Well, that's why some of the statues come with different portraits and different torsos. So if you want to go there,
and stuff like
and
that.
I have shot some statues, and it's still really cool. I can't have them do whatever I want, but they look good in their poses already.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
So Anthony put me on your Instagram earlier, and super dope photography, man. Absolutely.
Oh, thank you.
Man.
Thank you.
For real.
Really appreciate it.
Harry, as everybody knows, if you guys are, dude. Harry, you guys all follow Harry on Instagram. I'm sure you guys do in the chat already. If you do not,
appreciate it, guys.
Yeah,
really
bro.
Really impressive.
Harry does some amazing, dude. Yeah, bro. So go hit him up, cinematographer.
Yep.
I know you got to go, bro.
Before I head out, Leo, I'm actually gonna do that. So like,
really,
you're getting a throne. You're getting a throne,
bro.
Yep, I'm doing it. So
thank you, bro. My camera just went crazy.
So I
went in the Matrix, bro. You said that, I started glitching. Appreciate that, bro. I cannot wait.
For sure.
Bro. Definitely appreciate that. That's gonna be
because I want one too. Because you mentioned it, I'm like, you know what? I want one too.
Yeah, bro. When you see it, I definitely gotta have one.
So I'm getting that to you.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much,
for
bro.
Sure.
Let me know, and I got you.
I'll hit you up. All right, guys. Super nice meeting some of you today. Nice seeing Leo, Mario again. Yeah, and I'll see you guys around.
See you, bro.
All right, Harry, my friend.
We'll
talk soon, man.
We'll talk
All right,
soon.
brother. Cool, man. Yes, Harry, ladies and gentlemen, go follow him on Instagram. Cinematographer, amazing stuff. Big
shout
rib,
out, real quick. Shout out to CT603, bro. I didn't know you was Cubano, bro. From one Cubano to another, man. Like, appreciate that, brother. I didn't know that.
The more you know.
I didn't know that.
Hell yeah, man. CT's good people, man.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Is.
I had no idea.
Yeah, yes. I lost my train of thought for just a minute. But now I'm back. Big Rib. Anybody getting the Master Universe stuff from Mondo? Trapjaw was released today for free. He was. And that the problem with Mondo with stuff like that, bro, man, that's like a 48-hour window. So you gotta get, you know what I mean?
I missed out because you know me, man. I would have loved that He-Man Battle Cat.
Yeah. So do you feel like you're not gonna get it because you don't want to go for Trapjaw just because you couldn't get the other ones?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. If I can't start it with like the main guys I want, then I'm not going to try to grab the other characters out of the lineup if I can't guarantee myself the complete startup line.
That's fair. I feel that way with the Iron Studios X-Men.
Miguel, was that Mondo or Tweeterhead that was doing Motu?
Both?
Mondo.
Mondo's doing the
maybe?
6 scale. Tweeterhead's doing the statues.
I'm thinking the statues. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. The bust, the Skeletor bust and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, those Mondo 6 scales look amazing. Like I saw the He-Man, the Battle Cat looks amazing. Hordak looked badass. So like if I was able to get that like He-Man, Skeletor, Hordak, all that, and just get that to start it off, then yeah. Then that's a whole nother thing. Like I would have to like just get every single one that got released.
You know what would look really, really good on that shelf back there? That life-size Skeletor bust that came out for Tweeterhead.
Seriously, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Have you seen it? He's looking
Oh,
at
he's seen it. He's seen it.
I've seen it.
We need to pull
It's
it
priced
up.
really well, in my opinion, for a life-size bust.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
a very competitive price.
Yeah, it's $1,000.
Yeah.
It was actually on sale not too long ago. It was 25% off.
It was.
Ooh.
It was
Wow.
on sale. But that's not the first time Sideshow dropped it on sale either.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
you can still dude, Sean, yeah.
Man. Well, no, me
Sean
too,
should
but
get
like
the best.
I want to get like the 1-to-1 scale weapons too. Like I wanted to get the Skeletor staff, and if they do a 1-1 scale He-Man sword.
Speaking of that, they had, I don't know if you know Factory Entertainment. We just actually partnered up with them, and they're going to be sending me the life-size Skeletor sword. Or
Shit.
Skeletor is Munra.
Wait, the staff of Havoc or his sword, like his purple sword?
Maybe I'm thinking Munra. It was one of them. But Factory Entertainment has a lot of life-size props. I don't know if you've seen their website. But that's like their bread and butter, and they got some really nice stuff there.
Are they the ones that did that Sword of Omens?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Sean.
Well, look at
Getting
Single
them.
Songwriter.
Yeah.
He still has the Mondo 1/6 Merman still in the shipper. He won it 2 years ago, and he doesn't collect He-Man.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
There may be an opportunity for you here, Sean.
Let's start with the fish man.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying, dude. Just saying, bro.
We need to
Christian
make
Detroit,
one
what's
of
up, man?
those.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so I mean, they do look, and we've talked about that before as well, but even so, yes, the X-Men figures that Mondo's doing, the 6 scale animateds are freaking dope as well. I know, Miguel, you have yours. I decided to kind of pass on it, but they still are pretty sweet, dude. They're still pretty damn cool.
The only thing with me on those ones is the faces. You know, the fact that it's so animated, there really isn't that much detail in like the profiles. It's the only thing about those. Other than that, I was like, maybe I should get that. But
They're very heavy lined and stuff, so
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you see
see-
Peyton 23's comment?
Peyton 23.
All-Star Superman comic. Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, well, you know, Mario, we were talking about it. I think what we're going to do next week, why don't you fill them in, Mario? Next week's comic discussion.
Yeah,
you
man.
choose.
We're actually looking at the death of Superman. We're not going to go ahead and go into the entire thing for the reign.
That's for later.
The reign of Superman? Yes, that's for later and all the other shit. So, just the original, the original 7?
Just the original 7.
Yeah, man. So,
Yeah.
yeah, if you want to pull up my screen, bro, just sharing the image real quick.
Are you sharing
and,
a screen? I can't see anything.
I think I am.
Bam.
There. So there it is, man. If anybody wants to come back, you know, read along, have a little discussion, and this is what we're going to go through, man, for next week. So this is next week's homework assignment.
Next week's yeah, bro. Because the seven issues I think would be great as it is, because you don't want to then go into Funeral for a Friend, and then into the Reign of
There's a lot,
Superman.
yeah.
Like that's like, because I remember we were talking, you're like, dude, that's a lot. I'm like, yeah, that would be a lot. But those 7 issues would be really cool to just kind of revisit and talk about, man. So it's funny that Peyton brought up Superman, dude, because that would be pretty fun, man. What do you guys think about this, though? I want to talk about this real quick, man. Because that dropped today, right?
I am excited about this, but at the same time, extremely terrified. Or what they're.
Are you a little worried that they're going to Disneyfy him?
Dude, look what they did with Charlie Cox, bro.
Oh, nah. That was one of the stipulations of his return. He made a stipulation of his return. That's the only way that he would return if they kept his ferocity. He wanted to keep that. He didn't want them to change that. And that was the only way that he would come back. So he made sure that he specified that.
Yeah.
Jon Bernthal was like the only Punisher that I can watch. I understand the other dudes that were out there, man, but this guy.
No Dolph Lundgren?
Nope. Sorry. I couldn't take him seriously, man. Sorry.
No. That whole movie I couldn't take seriously. I remember watching it as a kid and going like, I don't know why. Like, what did I just watch?
Right, but then watching the series of this, him alone in Daredevil was fantastic, man. But then when they gave him his own series, that was just like, that was next level. That I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy to see Jeremy Menthol come back.
Yeah, I remember. Yes.
Shout out Ben Thomas show, man.
That was funny. But see, Lael's right. See, because if you read what he says right there, exactly that, right? I think there's any left up on that character, you do. If there's any let up on the character, you do a disservice to the character, to every iteration of the character, to every comic book that's come before it, and to all the unbelievable fans of the character, right? So you're right. I remember him saying that, and then he kind of doubled down on this today, that, it's not about whether you can do the character, it's about whether you do it right. And I'm only interested in doing it right. So
this only leads me to believe that if they're announcing it this early, I think most definitely we're going to see him in Born Again.
Oh no, that has to be a given, because if they're releasing
that's the whole reason for him coming back is Born Again.
Yeah, this is the whole headline right here.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
No, that's right. Yeah, so he will be in the Daredevil show. What happens after that?
Yeah.
Who knows, right?
Does he get his own show? Do we get Marvel Knights? Does he move on to another character show? Like, right? Like, is he going to jump from show to show because that's basically how the Punisher works? He's constantly on the move. Or are we just going to get a whole nother? Or are we just going to get like another Punisher series?
Well, I don't think he would jump around. I don't think he would jump around because it's very difficult. It's like Deadpool, right? If Deadpool's going to be rated R, then yes, within the legal realms of the IPs, Deadpool could show up in the Spider-Man movie, but he would have to be watered down for that movie.
Yeah,
right? He could still be his character, but he wouldn't be as vulgar and things of that nature. They probably wouldn't be showing a lot of blood and stuff like that, right? So if they did that with Punisher, that's kind of what would happen, unfortunately, right? If he was to bounce around other Marvel shows or movies.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mario. I'm sorry.
See him in Armor Wars with
Ooh, yeah, that would be sick. I would love to see him just break in and steal a War Machine suit.
Yeah, man, I'd love to see that Hot Toys come to life. That'd be sick, dude.
Yeah, that would be actually pretty cool. So, I mean, I don't know. Peyton, I'll agree with that. I thought Ray Stevenson was pretty cool, man, in Punisher Warzone.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, I like that one. I like Thomas Jane too, though, man. I think he, remember he ended up doing that that YouTube video where he reprised his role. Like Laundry Day or something it was, or something when he reprised his role as the Punisher. But I'm dude. Jon Bernthal's the shit, dude. I just love him in general, just even as a person. And I've been watching his new podcast and stuff, and
his podcast is good.
Dude, it's good, man. It's really good. And he is, I hate to say it, man, as a longtime fan of Punisher, he's Punisher to me now, bro. He's like kind of solidified that. Obviously through, his portrayal, his acting of it. And of course, everybody involved with the Netflix production. I mean, those were solid. I really liked Punisher season 1 and 2. I really did. I liked both of them. I liked how it kind of went right back in to the same.
They did do season 2. I forgot about that, bro.
Yeah. No, it was good. Okay. And again, as he mentions in the interview, like Punisher means a lot to a lot of military people as well. and it does.
Yeah.
And I like how they addressed a lot of that in the show. I hope they don't. Right? I hope they can keep it. Anyway, Lil, what are you thinking on that? Do you feel like we're gonna be good? Is it gonna be Netflix quality or?
I think. Well, the thing is, I think they're going to do it some justice. I think that again, everybody needs to separate the Daredevil that we actually saw in Hulk and She-Hulk. Just get rid of that interpretation. It made sense for what we got from She-Hulk, so I understand that. But going into his own series, I think they're going to definitely do it some justice. I think that if they're setting it up this way, if Bernthal's on board, then obviously he's read the script. And he already knows what he's preparing himself for. And if he's on board, then I kind of trust in his judgment when it comes to it. They're not going to water this character down. Because, again, it would be doing a disservice, especially from what we got and how popular the character was, how popular the show was on Netflix. So for them to do something like that, I think it would be stupid. But I think that if he's on board, then he automatically sees something special with this show. So, navigating this and seeing it through his eyes, it's going to be exciting, bro. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic.
The only thing is, of course, we don't get the other two characters back. The actor who played Foggy, they already made an announcement that them two aren't coming back.
Like no Foggy and no Karen.
No Karen.
Yeah, I read right through here, right? Deborah Ann Woll and Eldon Henson, who played classic supporting characters Karen Page and Foggy Nelson, respectively, are not on the roll call.
Yeah, they're not.
So it is unclear whether those characters will be recast.
I don't know.
Right.
I can dig it though, or maybe they might just go a different route where they're not the focal point. I can see them bringing like an Electric in here at some point. I can see the Hand having its involvement, especially on New York itself.
I would love for them to continue the Bullseye story.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
If they do it right,
they name dropped adamantium. Remember the doctor?
Mm-hmm.
It was part of the whole Weapon X program anyway. I forgot the doctor. It's the same doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot his name.
If they do it right.
Yeah, they threw that shit in, and I was like, oh wow, are we leading into X-Men? And then just it dropped. Miguel, what do you think on this, man? Did you enjoy the Punisher show?
Hell yeah. I think he did the character justice. I think that's dark, super anti-villain, whatever you want to call him, that we needed. I think Disney's going to do it right. And if he read the script and he agreed to it, they didn't water it down. I think they're going to make it better. In my opinion, I think they're going to make it better. And I think the reason why they got rid of those other characters is because they're not going to focus on them. They're kind of unnecessary for what they're going to do. I think they might do Bullseye. Why would they stray away from something that everybody kind of wants to see? I don't know what other villains aside, maybe Kingpin.
Definitely gonna see Kingpin. Yeah.
Jigsaw. I'm trying to think who else is like a known villain that's gonna be big for
Daredevil,
Hammerhead. Yeah, I don't know.
Like the street level villains. Yeah, that would be perfect for the Daredevil show.
Yeah.
Like any of the Fisk's crew or Negative Man's crew, or even give us more Hand.
I think the Hand is going to be heavily infiltrated through here, bro. I think that it will be, because there's a lot of unfinished business. The thing is, as much as I love Daredevil's story, and I love what they did on Netflix, I think that there was missed opportunities when it came to the Hand. I think that they missed a lot when it comes to that, because again, knowing that the Hand, there's a supernatural value or aspect when it comes to the Hand. Of course, they get their powers from the Beast. You know what I mean? So, with longevity and, as, agile as they are. But I think that, definitely there's an opportunity there and they need to actually, kind of pursue that. So I would definitely love to see it. And we need to basically see Daredevil push to his limits. And I love the one thing that I took away from She-Hulk is I love that they showed the agility the way we wanted to see it.
Yes.
But yeah, I think they are. I agree with Miguel. They're basically going to do it justice.
Yeah.
And it is true. They have to stray away from those characters because they're not really the focal point. There's so much story, and because the thing is, you don't want it to become like a reliant. You know what I mean? Where he's relying on those two characters, where they take most majority of the focus. We're talking about Matt Murdock, who's highly capable. You know what I mean? We want
Would
to
they
see
bring
him.
Rosario Dawson back?
Ooh,
I
I'll
wonder.
be for that. I'll be for that.
You know,
I'll be
just
for
for
that.
the night
Yeah.
nurse. You know,
Yeah.
I wonder.
Yeah. I don't think they're gonna bring her back though.
They won't, but I'll be for that.
You know what else too? You know, you guys touched on maybe him jumping around some movies. I would not be surprised if you don't catch him do some sort of cameo or small part of Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Daredevil.
Yeah.
Street level heroes.
No,
I think that they would.
Yeah.
Oh, Punisher. You
Punisher?
think?
That'd be
Oh.
cool.
I'm talking about Punisher.
Well, I mean,
Well, no,
his
that
first
would make
appearance
sense.
was in Spider-Man.
Exactly.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
I said
No,
his
that-
first
that was-
appearance
that's what-
was in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Right. So and like you said, they
Possibly.
might not, because he's rated R. It might not match the type of movie that Spider-Man is. But they'll bring in for him for a cameo to do some badass stuff and then bring him out.
Yeah.
As long as the rules, when it comes to the cinematic universe, the rules apply. You know, movies get rated on rated R, PG-13, depending on how long they're in for the movie for.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they can do a small segment of him, you know, kind of cameoing him in or for a small part. Or you know, who knows? Maybe he'll play a role, but he'll still be as badass as he is if they do cross him over.
Yeah.
The only other movie that I could see him going into is probably Armor Wars, like you guys said.
Armor
I
Wars,
wouldn't
yeah.
see him going into anything else but Spider-Man, and possibly Armor War, and that's highly doubtful. I
Typhoid
think
Mary.
my pick's gonna be on Spider-Man.
Yeah, Typhoid Mary. Shit.
I
Sorry.
need Typhoid Mary, man.
You know, that's a good point though, because like, excuse me,
Well, if they
could,
do any other of the street level heroes, if they try to bring back, you know, like Heroes for Hire, or anything like that, then that's other opportunities to use the character.
Well, yeah, I mean, and the thing too, like to Miguel's point, is that let's say now we're going completely hypothetical here, but let's say he is in a Spider-Man movie. Well, he can show up and blow the shit out of cars, you know, and have crazy explosions and things of that nature. You know what I mean? Where it's not like
He doesn't actually have to like kill someone in a Spider-Man movie. He could just be
Well, like it wouldn't be like an on-screen, like, you know, but those people could have been in the car and he just blew the shit out of it, you know, big explosion, this and that, you know, use like a grenade, something, right? And they could get away with that, and that's not rated, you know, that wouldn't hit that R rating,
Right. They
you
can
know, for
still
stuff
make
like
him look
that.
badass without any blood.
They
Right,
can make him.
right.
They can make him literally beat the shit out of somebody. Literally, no
Yeah.
blood, no nothing. He just coming through wrecking shop, and that's it. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be like overly gory and something like that. They can keep it around a PG or PG-13, and it still be decent.
And the thing is, it could be gory if it's not human. So like,
Mhm.
let's say hypothetically, Venom comes into the picture, right? He could blast Venom all he wants. He's not human. It's all animated. You know what I'm saying?
we could have Punisher just, you know, taking out some scrolls.
Well, no, but see, here's the problem with that. Because I think they already screwed it up with Captain Marvel.
Well, yeah.
Unless they can change it, because my idea was with the Daredevil show, wouldn't it be something if Elektra's in it and then she dies in the Daredevil show and then she reverts to the scroll?
Oh, they can still do it.
Because
They can
that
still
did
do it.
happen. That's how Secret Invasion started.
That's how Secret Invasion started. It started with her. Yeah, it could. They started with her, Jessica Drew. You know, pretty much who was the Queen Hive at that point. So I mean, a lot of
The
it.
only problem is the Madam Web stuff that they're doing with all the Spider Women, the Jessica Drew, all those.
So are they
That's-
going to introduce Jessica Drew in that film?
Yeah, I think they're doing most of all the Spider Women in Madam Web.
Okay.
But that's a Sony production, not a Sony MCU production.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might jack that up.
I'm nervous about that, man, because I know we're getting a Silk series, so I know we're getting that.
Would be cool. Yo, so in the animated series of Spider-Man, when they introduced Madam Web, what was that war called? Was it where he had to get, you know, he had the Lizard, he had Captain America, he had the Fantastic Four.
It's like Battle World or something, right? It wasn't.
Yeah, it was like Battle World.
It was supposed to be Secret Wars, but it wasn't, right? In the cartoon.
They mixed like 2 or 3 comic lines together for that. It was like Secret Worlds, Battle World, because they had the Beyonder as like the main guy that was doing it all. I forgot what that line was called, but they basically just took like 2 or 3 storylines and mixed them together.
I mean, that was cool, even though it was a little mixed up. I know as I watched as a kid, and even now, I always got that thrill of, man, everybody's coming together, right? Like all these characters.
Because they were all from the cartoon shows that were already airing at the same time. So we already knew these characters and had the voices in our mind. And being able to see like the X-Men and Spider-Man like on the same screen. And then of course we had like, the Iron Man cartoon and all that going on around the same time. Yeah, that was really dope. That was kind of like one of like the best like
we had the Fantastic Four comic or cartoon that ran too right around then.
Oh, yeah, I got the Marvel Legends and all that. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, dude, you got a thing right there. You're like, yeah, I got them. Hell yeah, dude.
Man, I still remember the theme song.
Those were good times.
Spider-Man?
Man.
Well, Spider-Man was easy because it was just basically the original theme song, just kind of tweaked to be more 90s. But no, the Fantastic Four theme song.
You want to sing it for us?
No.
Nope. You gotta put yourself on the spot, man.
And then Iron Man was literally just repeating "I am Iron Man" with a little bit of a kind of metal background. I don't know. That's all it was.
No, but to his point though, like those were really cool theme songs. Like all of them.
Were.
Gargoyles, all
I loved all those shows. Like those were my shows on Saturday. Were like that Marvel lineup, the Marvel Power Hour.
Yeah.
Those were badass, of course, and Gargoyles and all that. But like that was really dope to like just you were good for an hour and a half with just really badass like Marvel shows that were some of them like the X-Men were really close to the comic book.
X-Men animated series, good.
I love it.
Yeah.
Fuck. We were even gonna try to touch on that, but maybe another time. About 97, right? I think that would be really cool. Because Miguel, I guess we can touch on it briefly. Like most of all the voice actors are coming back. The writers are coming back, right?
Yeah. So for X-Men 97, if you guys go to my channel, you guys can see the interviews with the writers. I had them on twice. I had 𝗕𝗘𝗢𝗓, which is the voice of Wolverine. I had Rogue on. I had Beast on. But basically, prior to them making the announcement to X-Men 97, I had them on the show because we were kind of just like trying to like really bring some spotlight to them actually, continuing a series on Disney. And then eventually it happened and it was crazy because we were campaigning for it. But prior to us knowing about X-Men 97, when they were on the show, I was talking to Eric and Julia Leewald, and they were, they have the scripts already written for years. And they talked to us about how that last season of the X-Men from the 90s, or X-Men 92 is what they call it, that last season where it's like, it was weird. That was part of
because production went over to Australia or something for that, right?
Yeah, because the production team went, it was some weird thing, but they wanted to continue it, and they have the scripts and everything ready. So when we were campaigning, we were like, man, Disney, we started tweeting Marvel, Disney, all this stuff, and they basically had everything there ready. Little did we know was that Disney was already kind of had that in mind. And what Disney did was super, super smart. And this is why I highly believe they're gonna kill it. They're gonna go. What they did was, not only did they bring in every single person from the X-Men animated series, from the director Larry Houston to the showrunners, Eric, and they're consultants now, and they're influencing the people that they have now. And if you hear that interview and you get to see how different recording was back in the day. They were recording in Canada. They were sending the film overseas and doing all this stuff. Now they're all in the same exact studios they were before because they want them to feel the same way they felt in 92 because it was so successful. So now they have them recording there, doing the voiceovers. You got all the original voices on there. They're going to touch on topics like they did before. And you got to remember when X-Men 92 came out, they were touching on topics that really weren't allowed to be touched on, and they kind of paved the way for that. And not only did they do that, they actually kept Fox Kids from going bankrupt. And they brought that back up, and that led X-Men 92 actually led Fox Kids for a while, made them a ton of money, and is still considered to be one of the best animated series out there. And they were competing, by the way, with Batman the Animated Series, and that is a big competition right there. But I think they're doing it right. They already got approved for the second season. Like, something's good when it hasn't even been out yet, and they already got approved for the second season. Now, Beast was on the show not too long ago. He's the earliest, and so was 𝗕𝗘𝗥𝗖𝗢𝗡 again. And he kind of said something he should have not said, but he said it. And they're going to touch again on Nightcrawler. They're going to really do another story with Nightcrawler again.
Yes.
Touch on other world things that are going on. And you got to remember, we live in a different time now. More things are happening in the world, and now they have a little bit more leverage, leeway to talk about these, things happening in the world. And I'm telling you, man, it's just going to be crazy. And if you look at the interviews I had with them, like, I'm like a little kid, because I'm like, no shit, I didn't know this, I didn't know that. And they're all super excited about it, and I cannot wait. It's going to come soon. It's going to come in the summer. So who knows? I might have them back on, because the difference between back then and now is that they didn't have social media. So I want to see what their reaction is. Like, I asked them, I was like, are you guys going to, like, watch? They're like, no, we're going to turn everything off, and we're not going to, I don't want to hear nothing until the next day, because they're nervous. But I'm pretty sure they're going to get great feedback. And it's a tough position to be put in, because, everybody's so harsh criticizing things out there. You got your comic book fans, you got the people who don't know about comics, or just looking at, like, the theatrical part of it. Like, it's just a hard position to be in. And
you have so many people heavily attached to 97.
Right.
Period.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just attached to 97, and they don't want anything that happened in 97 to be changed. They don't want their characters to change. They want that same feel. And I'm like, yo, sometimes you want to elevate, you want to innovate. You need innovation. You need basically evolution.
Well, I think they're
but
going
keeping it within the same lane,
field, but they're expanding on it, and they're doing it
yeah,
the right way.
Yeah, that's good.
That's with it.
Dope. Yeah.
And I really think it's gonna go well. And I'm telling you, man, like, you could hear it in their voices. There's one thing somebody's saying it, but when you start hearing it in their voices, and Eric and Julia, they both had these two books. I wish I had them on me. It's called Previously on X-Men, which was written a long time ago, but it's all like words. And then they did X-Men, the animated series book that shows all this behind the scenes, like
yeah, Oilers is bringing it up right now there.
Super cool. But yeah, man, like, if you guys really want to hear that, go check out my videos. And like I said, I'm gonna try to get them on. I know they're super busy again, but I can't wait. I think that's gonna be one of the best animated series again going forward. And it's really gonna put Marvel and Disney on the map for cartoon series, because as you know, DC has the cartoon animated series on lock. But I think this one's gonna do really good for them. So we'll see what happens.
It sounds super exciting, because I think we're all that way. We grew up with that. I'm sure Mario, even, you watch the cartoons.
Yeah, dude, that freaking theme song's iconic, bro.
It is.
They got to keep the theme song. They must.
They are, aren't they?
Oh no, they're going to, because they've hinted the theme song in a couple of things already.
They did it in Multiverse of Madness.
In the movies too, yeah, man.
You know, it was like
they did it in
too?
Miss Marvel. Yeah. You can't touch that. There's certain things, like you can't touch the Superman theme, or the Danny Elfman Batman theme, or the Adam West Batman theme. They're so well known that when they go on, it strikes a chord in your memory. Like, you get into that, like that mode of, like, okay, I know what's happening. Please.
Oh yeah, it's like Sean, dude, like, one of my all-time favorite shows is fucking X-Files. And then when they decided to come back a few years ago, and I watched it that night, you got the opening, Phase of Black, you get the intro. I was like, what's the intro going to be? And it's the same fucking intro with the same music. And I was like,
you immediately were like, I'm done. Like, shut up.
Right, I'm like, my man, we're right back into X-Files season, 10 or 10, because they did 10 and 11 later. It's like, what? It felt like time just didn't pass. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what this sounds like. This literally sounds like we're gonna feel as if, like, the show never ended.
Yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen. I try to look for the books, because I had them, but I think I haven't packed up the Previously on X-Men and the X-Men the art book, the illustration book. But man, they're good. But this is definitely gonna be a continuation, and I'm super excited, man. I think it's gonna be good.
I can't wait, dude. I don't know when it's projected. 2024?
Summer.
Or this summer?
This summer?
Yeah.
This summer.
This
Remember,
shit,
they've
they
been
are-
working
that-
on this for a while, man.
Yeah, so they already
you
have
guys know
episodes
about it, but-
done. Then I
Yeah.
mean, shit.
Yeah, it's been going on for a long time, bro.
Listen, I
All
don't
at
really do
once?
the whole like review thing after like a show. Like I know, Mario's got it
come on.
with Mandalorian and stuff, and I always thought that was cool, but I never did something like that for X-Men animated series. I might. That's how like
Oh,
crazy
shit.
I'm about that. So we'll
Yeah.
see what happens.
Yeah, dude, I am.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I look
Dude.
forward to it, man. I
Yeah.
didn't know it was going to be this summer. That's before you know it.
Yep.
That's before you know it. May, June, July,
Yeah.
whatever. That's not that far away.
I'm
Mhm.
curious
Around
about the
corner,
art
man.
because they also said they're not really gonna change the art that much. They're gonna like touch it up where it's gonna look a little bit different, but it's still gonna have that same feel.
The
So
same feel to it, yeah.
I think they're just going to touch it up by using better technology for the artwork and the animation, but
Yes.
they're not going to strive to a way where it looks completely like a different show. Like that last season, you could tell, hey, this isn't the same people that worked on
I know
these previous seasons.
Mhm.
kind of bad.
Much different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they could do that. They can give it a little bit of a modern splash to it, but still keep it kind of
Yeah.
like how some of the games aren't remakes. They'll do like HD remasters.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Kind of akin to that, right? We're still gonna have that same art style, but it'll be crisper in 4K. You got to keep those colors. That you got to have that vibrancy
yeah.
that is the 92. And
Yeah.
all right, guys, before we wrap, Kinky Sphincter though with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, brother. Says Leo gonna show up to my house one day. Saying giveaway. Yeah, because he keeps.
Dude, he's on you hard right now. What's going on?
Well, look, Kinky Sphincter is the new reissue Mark 46 guy. In the Facebook groups, he's always gonna say, "Giveaway Lale's Jenner." So for years to come.
Mm-hmm. And that's never going to happen.
It's not, yeah.
Never gonna get it.
So,
Never
but
gonna
dude,
get
thank
it,
you so
man.
much for that super chat, bro. Dude, guys, this was fun, man. This was a good conversation, man. We'll probably wrap, but thank you everybody for coming on. Again, subscribe to everybody here if you have not. I'm gonna do a quick roundtable just because it's just a few of us. Mario, my dude,
Hey,
what's up?
hey, man, it's always a blast hanging out, dude. Don't got much coming up. We got Scoundrels coming up Thursday as always.
Yeah.
Looking forward to the second episode from Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be off with Miguel on Thursday before Scoundrels too. Saturday night we're doing our thing. LWO Friday night I think we're doing on Dan and Dre's channel, so that's gonna be fun. And yeah, I'll be around everywhere. But yeah, good show tonight, y'all.
Yeah,
What's up?
man. And good recommendation, dude, for Wolverine 82, man.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I forget these things, so it's nice to go back and revisit. And it's cool for people who may have never heard of it,
Definitely.
Yeah.
I always want to share the joy of all the stuff that we grew, you know what I mean? Because I have so many people message and ask me about that. They're like, oh, I love when you guys just start randomly going off on this or this or that, because I don't know anything about it. And it's fascinating. And it's
Especially now, dude. I mean, since there's been a cinematic adaptation to that particular run,
Yeah.
so it's great to see the comparisons, between
Yeah.
the two.
yeah, I agree. Dude, it's fun, right? Love the conversation. Dope stream tonight. Yeah, guys, I mean, appreciate it, man. I'm glad everybody's enjoying that, and just covering all the cool shit that we've covered, man, over the years that we grew up with. And of course, Miguel, man, I mean, you're just as much as an X-Men nut as we are. So it's awesome, dude, having you on and talking shop about it, man. You got anything upcoming or?
Yeah, man. Listen, I appreciate being on again here, man. It's great to do that crossover. I feel like I'm in a comic right now. We're crossing over to the Sixth World. You guys are crossing over to statues. In a couple weeks, I'm gonna see some statues in your background. I get it. You're gonna see some Hot Toys in my background. That's how it works. But
That's how it works.
now,
Maybe.
listen. I enjoy here. You guys are awesome. Great conversation. Obviously, I'm just having fun. A lot of things happening on Toy Quest 101. I'm good. Autism Awareness Month is next month. It's a huge month for us. We have a lot of like huge announcements coming up. This Thursday, we're going to do our live show. It's at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Collectors Assemble Live. I may have a big guest on there. I was, if you guys saw me on my phone the whole time here, it's because I'm kind of back and forth with them. It's almost set in stone. Like I got the thumbnail and everything. I'm just waiting for him to be like, yep, and I'm just going to pop it on. But just stay alert to my socials and stuff. Might be a pretty big show on Thursday. Thursday or Friday, we're gonna be Dennis from Toy Quest 101 Unbox is gonna be revealing the Joker maquette from Tweeterhead. That's gonna be a cool one. That's all I got for now. Just those two big things. But Thursday's show might be a good one. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. Yeah, you guys might want to tune in for that one.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Yep.
Go subscribe if you have not already to Miguel. I put the link in the chat. Of course, if you're watching on the live, the links are in the description below. It's always a pleasure, and it's fun, dude. I had fun on your show too, man. So every here and there, man, you know I'm there. You know,
hell yeah, man. Everybody's welcome, man. Everybody's welcome. That's why it's called Collectors Assemble Live. Anytime you guys want to drop down and come on to the show, let me know. I'm all about surprises, so I always have, people jump in and come on to the show that you.
You already know. You already know, and when I'm definitely.
Oh, I got you on that one.
That'll be dope. That'll be dope. So we'll stay tuned for that. I can't wait, dude.
Definitely, brother.
Sean, I'm so glad you can join us on these nights.
I am too. Yeah, I know.
Sean and I have been. Sean lives right next door to me. Like I could throw a rock at his house. Like,
does he really?
Yeah, he's right here. He's right here. So we've known each other forever.
Wait.
He's not that close. What time?
Like he's like in the next room or next house?
No,
next apartment. Like we're in a complex. We're in the same apartment complex.
Oh, I thought he was like your roommate. I'm like, what?
No, he used to be. Now he's got his own pad because clearly he ran out of space. So he's got his own pad now.
Well, which is funny because that was one of his main issues with me living with me was all my crap in the living room because I was running out of space in my room. These were your words, and now look at him.
Well, different strokes for different folks.
I love how the tables are turned, man. But yeah, no. The thing is if we were still roommates, the apartment would just be it's too much.
It'd be way too much.
Pastor pad, right? For real.
Did you guys ever get confused on whose hot toy is whose?
No, because he has a lot more other stuff that I'm not so into, right? Like
we like some similar things, but our collection is a very wide, different range of things. So it's very easy to tell whose collections is what.
Yep. He's got the Transformers, the Power Rangers, the other stuff that I don't know the names of. Right. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's Sean's stuff, clearly. So, but that's why it's awesome to have you be available to be here on Tuesdays, bro. So it's badass, dude. I know not much going for you in that respect of channel stuff, but you may start doing some photo stuff, showing off some of your stuff, maybe.
Probably. I mean, try to work on maybe getting like a pretty decent camera and all that. Right now, I'll just use my iPhone and see what I can do. But yeah, I mean, I got like the things coming in. Like I got like that Ryu coming in, and I got a couple of other new figures that I have. So we'll see.
A live statue PO one day. I see in your future.
Oh, definitely. I can see that too, man.
I'll have to once I get everything else set up on some of my new racks and shelves that I'm setting up right now. I'll see if I have some room for some statues.
All right, fair enough.
We'll see.
I'll take that. Mario, you heard that, right? Write that down.
I got you, bro.
Right, write it down.
It's documented.
No, Sean will. There's a couple I know that he wants, so it's a matter of time and money, right?
Yeah,
that's how it is with everybody, man.
Ain't that the truth, man? Lael, last but not least, certainly, brother. Thank you for coming, man. This is so fun.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me here, bro. As always, great group of guys and great discussion. As always, man. So I'm glad to be here, even though I'm tired as hell. Been that way for 2 days. I don't know what's going on, but tomorrow we have Say What Wednesday. Again, we're going to talk about everything that's going on in the 6 scale universe and collecting in general. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be definitely a good show. Wednesday, of course, Uncivilized Scoundrels. That we talking about the latest second episode of The Mandalorian, so that's going to be exciting. And we have Figure Flex Friday, of course. Bring your flexes, your best flex. We're actually in the midst of flex wars right now. So again, we'll see who's going to win for the week. And then we have Collectors Lounge International on Sunday, of course, followed by Monday, which is Comic Book Talk with Friends, where we deep dive, have a discussion on artist runs. We'll go back and touch on some of the classics. And yeah, whatever actually comes up at that point, we just have like a broad discussion, try to deep dive, educate on certain characters.
Do you have anything planned for Monday yet, or?
That's got to be the next comic discussion.
What do we got? What do we got?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's incredible.
With that flex, bro.
It's my grail, yo.
Yeah, that is crazy, bro.
I'm trying to
definitely
get a reflection not in it.
Woo.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Definitely. Definitely, bro.
Miguel,
Okay,
Can
all right.
you send it to me, bro?
Huh?
Can you send it to me, bro?
Bro, if there was a fire in my house, this is what I would run out with.
Yep,
Nice.
I agree.
Definitely, bro.
No, I was saying, yeah. Do you have
Definitely.
anything planned Monday yet, or still just working on it?
Well, it was probably going to be what we actually touched on, or what we were supposed to touch on this week. Again, we were going to touch on the first run of House of M. Basically how that started, how that got started. We're going to touch on, so we're going to actually dip into that. Just a quality discussion, because like I just have my theories on how the MCU is going to kind of pan out going forward when it comes to these characters, but it's kind of good. And that's why I always tell people it's always good to go back and resource material, so you understand that when certain things happen, you're prepared for it. You know what I mean? So that's one of the biggest things. So we're going to be talking about that. Just a couple of different things that we're going to tackle, but you'll see. I have the thumbnail up probably this Thursday to kind of prep for it and stuff like that. So yeah, just a few things. Yeah, it's just a few things that's actually coming. I'm still working on my touch and go. I'm still actually almost putting the final touches on that Take Your Position vision and the vision. So that's been a task in between work and everything else. So yeah. But yeah, that's coming up, man. Hopefully, I can't wait.
I want to see that with the two visions.
Yeah, bro. It's been tough, but those figures are incredible. Like literally, it's incredible. New body type, everything on those pieces are incredible.
Right, so much bigger improvement from the Age of Ultron.
Yes. A vast improvement. When you get it in hand, you understand. Like anybody who would get it in hand would understand. It's a vast improvement from Age of Ultron. The body type, everything they've constructed something decent there. So I love it.
And hey, man. All right, well, everybody, you go check out Leo, go check out Miguel, check out Mario. Say hello to Sean. Tell Sean to start buying statues. All that good stuff, man.
Definitely.
Not yet.
Yeah, not me. I'm good. I've been in the statue world.
Yeah,
I might come back.
You're getting it before he does.
What? I don't know what I'm gonna do.
You're gonna get that gene.
Calling your name, bro.
I kind of want that gene. I kind of want the Iron Studio. And Leo knows, dude. Leo, I'm one of those guys, man. I'll always mess. I'll be like, dude, I think I want to get in those Iron Studios. And then a few months go by, I'm like, dude, I think I'm gonna get these.
Every time we're over there looking at that, you're like, dude, check this out. You're like, dude, they just released another Sentinel, and I'm like, oh no, here we go again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it kind of pisses me off, because even in the 6-scale world, you know what I mean. Like Sideshow had a major opportunity to continue on with this line, and I think they could have did it some justice. I mean, look, the body type is one thing, but I think for the most part they got the costume right, and they just haven't done it. Like I'm like, what's going on with you guys? Like seriously,
they have Gambit, right? Gambit, Cyclops, Wolverine, and who else?
Yeah, I didn't get their Gambit. I got So Toys Gambit because their Gambit sucked. Like the ears were too big. It looked incredibly horrible.
But
I have the So Gambit as well.
But the Magneto is a grail piece. I don't care what anybody says. That piece, that Magneto from Sideshow was phenomenal. I got it right there. It is phenomenal. Like literally one of the best pieces I've ever seen that way. Like literally, it's incredible. That I had the astonishing Scott Summers Cyclops.
That's a good one.
So again, I have both versions of it, but they should have capitalized, and they just didn't. They didn't do it. I don't know what's wrong with them.
Yeah, it's
hopefully with 97 coming out, they'll rethink their process and say, you know what, we need to do it. It would make more sense. Yeah,
because right now Mondo's tracking out the animated series run, so it's like you guys
and we already
have
see that role coming through So Toys. So that's what I'm saying, like they're tackling it because that Gambit A+, they killed that.
Yeah, Cajun card dealer.
Yeah,
they killed that.
Mine's, well, you can't see him, but I had to get him too. I just was like, nope, that one's the better Gambit. So
yeah, hell yeah. I don't know
there
what Sideshow was thinking.
Well, we could. That's always up for debate. With them. So here and there,
that's like a whole conversation in itself.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, this has been really fun, man. Everybody in the chat sticking with us, man. If you're watching on the replay, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to all my friends here, and of course, my show Saturday night. We'll be back to our regularly scheduled program, talking about 6 scale, everything, hot toys, all that good stuff. And yeah, that's it, guys. Stay safe out there. Go read some comics. And we'll see you next time. Later.